Hey everybody, welcome back to Help Action. We are
Hello.
here to play some Dungeons & Dragons tonight for you for charity, to talk about the charity that we are playing for. Iris, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
Thanks, Evan. Well, the charity we're playing for tonight is the same one we've been playing for a while now, the Transgender Law Center. Founded in 2002, the Transgender Law Center is the largest trans-specific trans-legal organization in the United States. Their tireless efforts to defend and advance the rights of transgender and gender nonconforming people have resulted in precedent-setting victories in areas including employment, prison conditions, education, immigration, and healthcare. In addition to their legal work, they also organize community-specific programs such as Black Trans Circles, the Disability Project, the Black LGBTQIA+ Migrant Project, and Positively Trans that inform and empower trans and gender nonconforming folks across America. I went a little sicko mode about it on a couple streams ago. There's a lot of anti-trans legislation out in America right now, and in order to combat that, one of our big fronts we're fighting on is the legal system. So any help you can provide to Transgender Law Center would be appreciated because they're a big firm that helps out trans folks in fighting those fights.
Awesome. If you would like to donate, there's a lot of ways that you can do that. One of the easiest ones is by going to our website to talk about our website and the other places where you can find us on social media. Tommy, tell us about our social links.
Yeah. So if you are following us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/thehelpaction, just go ahead and search that channel name on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, and we have channels under the exact same name. That is The Help Action. We also have a website, which the exact URL is provided by Nero is...
It's thehelpaction.com.
Wow,
Right.
so easy to
Wow.
remember.
It's so easy to remember that I remembered it.
Website? Wow.
What if I was like, I couldn't remember if it was a fucking .org or some shit. Like, go to this website to get a virus. But yes, so please follow us and look out for our show announcements on all of those social media.
Awesome. And then last but not least, we do this on a schedule. What's that schedule, Nero?
Every week there's a day called Wednesday, and they should really just call it the Help Action Day because that's the day that we stream usually at 7 p.m. PST, which is on the west side of the USA, or 10 p.m. if you're on the east side, and I don't think there's anywhere else, honestly. You can catch us right here on Twitch. Yeah.
There's no other places.
No other place. What's the other places? I don't remember them.
Remember places?
No.
No.
I do
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm trying to rapidly sort of hot fix some video issues at the moment. So
Oh,
I
I'm
need
sorry.
just a brief moment, and then we'll be.
How's
right
everybody
back
doing
to
out
it.
there tonight? We had a really eventful show last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to
Me
play.
Super excited to microwave a halfling again, possibly by accident. It's gonna
We
be
might
great.
kill someone.
Yeah,
It'll be
I don't know.
cool.
Someone go touch Bree and see if she needs another 30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know, like a lot of Bactine, some aloe vera.
Get you some sunscreen. Just rub it
Yeah.
in. It's cool.
Boy.
Yeah, that was cool though.
There we go.
We all learned something that day.
Almost
Special.
there. Yay! I fixed all our
Broken
video
minute of
problems
work.
very quickly. I think,
Hooray! Thank you.
except for Hi, who I realized is also broken because I adjusted things on the fly
I
last
don't
time
think you're broken.
poorly in the middle of a game. Okay, cool.
Look,
We are all set. Thank you for your patience. So, without any further ado, let's jump into our recap from the last episode. The party ventured off towards Cragmaw Castle, and on the way came across a turtle druid by the name of Grosha, played by our wonderful moderator, Hai, as a guest star for a couple episodes here. Grosha had passed this castle previously and had agreed to lead the party to it. So upon approaching, the party scouted the area, found a side entrance, and then proceeded to scout inside, picking a lock to gain entry. Inside which you found a single door, behind which could be heard a argument of sorts. And so after sort of scouting and coming back out and formulating a plan, you decided to stage an ambush. So as the party sort of set up in all their spots, you kicked off battle in synchrony. Ambrose was able to seal the goblins inside of the maze hall. That you guys get to meet that NPC someday.
No,
Ambrose-
we will not meet my mom as an NPC.
Finally, we meet
No.
Ambrose's twin.
And Bruce will not be in this game. I will. Sorry.
It's okay. Ambrose was able to seal all of those goblins that you heard in their mess hall into that area by transforming the door into a massive solid block of stone. And at the same time, Bree kicked in the door to the chamber that you had heard that argument from going on. And you saw several things at once. First of which was King Groll, this massive bugbear and spiked armor, wielding a similarly spiked tower shield and this huge morning star, graying, big, beefy, scary as fuck. And then you also saw Groll's wolf companion, Snarl, was there. You saw a mysterious drow figure that was armed with a machete-like sword and a long, sort of bony, almost horn-shaped ebony wand. And then a unconscious Gundren Rockseeker. He appeared to be badly beaten and bloodied and just within an inch of his life. So in the final moments before the battle, you did hear that the drow and the bugbear, King Groll and this mysterious drow, were arguing over a selling price for this map. Obviously trying to get rid of it. So knowing that it was there, you flew into battle. Gundren was immediately snatched up and held hostage by King Groll. And the goblins began to search for a route around this blockade through the rest of the castle. Gundren was brought back to consciousness through some healing magic and wrestled from King Groll's grasp, thankfully, through some very risky checks. And he then escaped the castle and began to flee northwards into the woods, proceeding at his full speed for every turn as the game has running for his damn life is what he's doing.
Don't trip.
He might have a little trauma to unpack when you get to him eventually, should you find him wherever he's gone to. As you continue to wage war against King Groll's troops, you were able to wipe out the goblins. You were able to wipe out the hobgoblins that were also there as backup. Halfway through the battle, the mysterious drow revealed themselves to be a warlock, sort of challenging Oleander and taking a few pot shots at your familiar Kevin. And in addition to that, there was a strange tentacled serpent-like creature that descended from the ceiling in one of the chambers beyond that has been heard snacking on goblins in the other room. So, at this point, the only creatures left standing in the castle are that, whatever that thing is, King Groll, this mysterious drow figure, the companion of Groll, the wolf Snarl, now defeated, and the party's resources are dwindling while the battle continues to rage on. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the map here. And we will just jump
Who else
right
forgot
back
about the
in.
serpent thing?
I didn't.
I didn't.
Cool.
It's hanging out there.
Sounds like something that doesn't have to be our problem after this.
I want it to be our problem.
Are you sure? It's
Pretty sure.
pretty nar.
It's a little gross.
It's pretty nasty. Big bird beak in the middle, tentacles around it, and a long snake body. Very fun. Not my choice for
Brody
fun.
to a very high amount. I may go so far as to say to the max.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was, I think it was last episode we hit our halfway point, didn't we? Or was that the
Was it
episode
charity
before?
wise?
Yeah.
Episode
we-
before.
I think it was either last week or the week before. We cracked it though, so we're
Yes.
halfway towards our goal of $5,000 raised for the Transgender Law Center.
Woo!
Awesome. Okay, so
Very good.
Jumping
My
back into
biggest
the game,
boy.
let me pull up some music here for us really fast. That is not this sleepy calm music.
This is the music the snake monster plays to make you fall asleep so it can eat you and kill you.
Yeah, lo-fi beats to study and feel medieval too.
Lo-fi beats to Munch and Crunch too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so at the top of the order, we have this mysterious drow figure. Jumping right in, they are bloodied, and they're going to push their way in here. That's 5 feet, 10, 15, taking the difficult terrain. And then they're going to make a single attack with the wand at you, Bree.
Bring
But
it
instead
on.
of casting a spell with it, you watch as they just sort of reach forward, muttering an incantation with their free fingers on the sword, and reach forward and try to stab you with it. So,
Evil sword.
Uh-oh.
maybe you should pull out my dice here.
Oh.
Evan pulls out a sword.
Yeah, I was really expecting to pull out
He
an
pulls out a
actual
sword like this.
All right, on guard, I guess.
Okay.
I got
Sticks
this
it through the
ball.
camera. Throw a saving roll.
That's a 20 to hit. Dirty 20, not nat 20.
That will
Does
hit.
hit you. As they plunge this wand deep into your gut, you feel this pulse of pain flow through your body, and you watch as the drow's eyes go white, and spreading out from this wound, you can feel crawling across your body this horrible, stinging, almost drying sensation that seems to be sapping the life from you. As such, you take 25 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa!
Oh.
Good God!
Bree is extremely unconscious.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
And as they
Woo!
slide the wand out and sling some of the blood onto the ground, they turn and look at you, Ambrose, and you just hear them sort of begin to chuckle under their breath.
Boy, I thought she was
Flip
all
them off.
Yeah.
She lost all her fears. That's last episode.
It is King Groll's turn, who is going to make a attack against Winchester with the Morningstar first. Is Winchester taking the dodge action right now?
I think he was. I don't think he's not.
Yeah, he
Okay.
is.
And then is he baned?
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Good to know. So that is a natural 5 minus 3 with the Bane.
Yeah.
So it comes out to like a 6 to hit, which misses with the Morning Star. And then going to go for a bash with that spiked shield, also at disadvantage. That's a dirty 20 with the disadvantage and the Bane.
Ooh, that will hit.
Okay, so that's
Favorite
going
cocktail.
to be...
I love calling it a dirty
A
20.
dirty 20.
9 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage as he slams into the front of Winchester.
Oh,
with the
no.
shield. I rolled
Winchester
really,
is
really
also
good on that.
down.
Okay.
Oh my God! Open up the D&D episode. Drop it by.
Yeah.
We're in a dire situation.
Go, Robin.
Alright, with that, Grosha, as you watch King Groll slam into Winchester, Winchester goes limp onto the ground. What do you want to do?
Right, so first off, moving Moonbeam requires a primary action, correct?
It does, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and
Sorry,
move
1
my
second.
Moonbeam after seeing Bree get this. Like right now, obvious watching Winchester, but more concerned about Bree right now, and also the fact feeling a little bit guilty that Bree ran through Moonbeam earlier. Is gonna like just really frown and move the Moonbeam straight over the drow but without interface. It'll be over the difficult terrain partly.
Okay, yeah, move it to right there to where it just captures the drow. Okay,
Sweet.
so when they start their next turn in that space, they will have to make their save to deal with that. Do you have
Right.
any bonus actions or movement on your turn? And then Tommy, you keep wanting to say something. Sorry.
Sorry.
What's up?
Just does Winchester disappear?
That's a really good question.
It's like a-
I
Yeah.
think that
Purple
it just
guy?
goes down, but let me find out. Again, new class rules.
Yeah.
Marinate
Sorry.
background.
Hi, I didn't mean to interrupt if you did have
No,
any-
that's fine. That's
No, it's a
that's a
good
good
question
question
to
actually,
ask,
because
because
my
it's-
next bonus action might actually depend on this.
Yeah, and if
Okay.
Winchester disappears, then there's nothing there to heal.
Right.
No, healable remains.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Additionally, Bree, should you return to consciousness, if you have a spell slot, you can just touch it and it returns to life after 1 minute with all of its hit points restored, but it will take a full minute for that to happen.
Gotcha.
Drop my papers, 1 second.
Um,
My papers! My briefcase!
Hey Bree, what are you gonna do on your turn?
Shut up.
Okay. So, bonus action movement, Grosha.
can I take a bonus action of using a first level spell slot, or is that more or less confined to primary action?
It depends on if that spell is a bonus action. If you have something like Misty Step or any of those other or like Spiritual
Healing
Weapon or any
Word.
other bonus action spells, you can totally do that, but otherwise most spells require an action to cast.
Yeah. Okay, cast. This is a. I was gonna cast Healing Word to
Healing
offer
Word is
something.
a bonus action.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Healing Action then, or Healing Word, not
Okay,
Healing
cool.
Action. So that is, let's see, 1d4 plus 3. Haha, wow.
Huge. Bonus
Oh.
action heals are awesome.
Oh no, never mind. Nothing. I was thinking nothing.
All right. Okay.
Also, Bree, if you had concentration on Hunter's Mark, it is definitely gone now.
Yep.
For example. Okay. I got a 4 plus 3, so 7. Not bad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Good as it could get.
That is
Well,
as good.
pretty
I'm
juicy
up.
there.
I'm up
And
to
that's got
7.
Yeah, you are
and
you are
that's-
now conscious and prone on the ground where you were.
Gotcha.
I teach. Don't go jumping through anything. You hear me?
And
That's
this
her
like
healing
big
word.
humming like beam of light sits right next to you that probably at this point is giving you a little anxiety.
Oh,
after
yeah.
what you dealt with. Cool.
That's right.
Back to kill me.
Moving it all in
Like
your
a big
turn, Grosha?
spotlight. Yeah. No, I'm done. I'm staying there.
Cool. Sounds good. Winchester, I don't think there's a death save here. Let's do this. We'll make death saves, and if the death save is unsuccessful, then Winchester does disappear.
Okay.
But like you would have to do the normal 3 that you would for a normal creature.
Right. Okay. Okay, that's a 4.
That's a
was-
failed death save.
Dang. Okay. I'll just.
Right.
Bye,
That
puppy.
then, Ambrose,
So
you
he's
are up.
so he's gone. He disappeared with the one.
No, we're gonna do 3, just like you would for a normal
Okay.
character. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what you got, Ambrose?
Okay.
I would seeing that my friend Bree has gone down, but is now back again. I'm going to sheathe my violent ice knife, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead
Okay.
on this drow.
That is not a very good saving throw. That's an 11.
Ooh, misses. Needs to be 14.
Okay, yeah, roll that d12.
Get violent.
Gonna get so
Go in
violent.
sicko mode.
Gonna go huge mode. So that's 1d12. Okay. And that's an 11.
Nice!
Oh, hell
yeah. Nice.
Huge.
Ooh.
That's a good
nice.
big number. Watch as it's ones for the rest of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you summon this
That's a-
ringing of this spectral bell, you watch as the sound almost seems to shatter something underneath the surface of this creature here. Additionally,
Creature.
that won't happen until the start of its turn. Give me 1 second, actually. I need to read a thing
Oh.
that I neglected to do on Grosh's turn.
How dare you?
What did I do?
It's a good thing. Hopefully.
Oh. For learning.
Okay.
Man,
It's not till Target's turn.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. What else would you like to do on your turn, Grosh?
So with my movement speed, can I pick up Bree and like scoot us over two blocks? I think I'll take like an attack of opportunity for that, right?
One of the two of you will.
I mean, I can deal with it. I have many huge hit points, so
could
Let's do this. If you'd like to try to taunt this drow to attack you instead of attacking the very feeble-looking and already on the ground Bree, I need you to make a intimidation check for me.
okay, I can do that.
And we'll set the DC at 10 here. Since this is the heat of battle and people don't make quick decisions all that well.
That's 12.
12, nice, okay. So, as the two of you begin to move which direction?
To the west and the north to put Bree on the don't. Yeah, that's better actually. Yeah.
Move you to
That's
there?
better.
Okay, so, and then
Feed Bree to the snake monster.
the drow will slash out with that machete
We saved you.
sword.
Here we go.
That is another dirty 20 to hit.
That hurts me.
Dang.
Which is
Damage.
9 points of slashing damage to you.
I'm good.
Jesus.
It hurts, but I'm good.
Okay. Well, you did manage to get out of the creature's reach, though. And what is your movement speed? 30?
35.
35, so...
Yeah.
And I'll give you one more if you're moving at half speed.
Where's
That's what you
the
need.
creature again? Is it the on the X there?
M1.
M1.
It
Oh,
is-
okay.
M1 is the drow. K1
Oh, okay.
is King Groll. That's the one that's up by
Right.
Winchester. The scary snake creature is down
Okay.
in the doorway that's marked with the X.
That's
somewhere
what I was
inside
wondering.
that
Okay,
chamber.
I was like, where's that? All right. Coolio.
Cool.
Yeah, the X is where the don't step was.
Yeah.
X X marks the something.
X
Yeah.
marks the words that
This-
everybody is
No.
reading. Okay.
No.
Bree,
Where's Wormy? I don't want to know.
you have just been healed, picked up, and dragged about 15 feet. Actually, since you were probably dragged since Ambrose is smaller, I'm going to swap spaces for the two of you there. What do you want to do?
woo, okay. I am still prone or no?
I would say you're still prone, yeah.
Okay. Then I will use half my movement and stand up.
Cool.
And then I will slam the healing potion that I have still. Thank goodness I had an extra.
Cool. So you can use that as your bonus action if you want to.
Right. I always forget that's a D4, 2D4?
2d4.
Okay.
4 plus 2.
2D4 plus 2.
Pop the cork with teeth, just like need this.
Sure.
You know, D&D style. Okay. Ooh. Big 6. Okay. Wait. Nope. That's not at all.
Yeah, I have 6 potions.
Yeah. That is wrong. And then I man, seeing that Winchester is down, I am very angry for my fallen dog comrade. But I'm still gonna shoot an arrow at this drow
Okay.
that's south of me.
Go for it.
I'm mad at her for killing me. Alright.
You killed my friend. You killed me.
Oh, fuck me. God.
Oh.
It's a 10 to hit.
A 10 unfortunately misses. As you pull up your bow and go to fire this arrow, you watch as the drow just is eyes trained on you, and she just, with a single flip of that machete, knocks the arrow out of the air, and it just sort of
Damn, that's
ricochets
sick.
and shatters across the wall behind her.
I'll say, that wasn't cool at all. I didn't think that was cool at all.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn? Movement? You still do have half your movement you haven't used.
No, nothing. I
Okay.
have nothing.
No.
Somewhere in the distance, you hear a and the sounds of goblins being eaten. Oleander, you are up. What would you like to do?
We're gonna go with old reliable today,
Nice.
and I'm gonna aim at our bugbear friend here over Winchester's head. I feel like he's harassed Bree's dog for long enough.
That's fair.
Dog harassment is not allowed.
So it's gonna
Not
be a
allowed.
blast. I'm gonna be aiming to knock him back as well. Ideally, it'd be great if I could knock him through that door. I don't know if the door would stop his travel or if he'd bust through it.
It is currently open, so
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you can see through
doesn't
it.
matter. All right. Well,
It looks cool nonetheless.
it's more distance they have to travel to
very
get to you.
cool. That's going to be a 13.
Unfortunately, that bounces off the heavy shield that he puts up in front of him.
Right.
Big armor class with all that armor.
Oh my god.
Any bonus actions or movement on your turn?
Let's see. I can't move south because Ambrose and Bree are in the way.
Can you step over us so we're not short?
I mean,
No, you can move through your allies. You just can't move through
Use your
enemies.
big Looney Tunes.
Oh,
like,
okay.
step over.
Then I'd like to move south towards the drow,
Okay.
about 15 feet, so that I'm in front of Bree. There we
Sounds good.
Like,
So you sort of cast this at King Roll and then just step through your friends and take a defensive stance in front of those wounded in your party. The drow makes
Hey,
eye
girl,
contact,
remember me?
and the drow just sort of makes eye contact with you and gives a slight smile and just gives like a drumstick twirl with the wand. in your
Yeah, why don't
fingers.
you pick on somebody your own class?
Amazing. Okay.
God.
Anything for Kevin?
fight!
Shut up! We're very cool, okay?
Grosha cackles at that, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Anything for Kevin? Anything
Oh,
for
Kevin?
Yeah.
Can I get Kevin to come over to me?
Where is he at the moment?
I think he's been with you.
I
We
think
just
he's with me
I think
right
he's
now,
with you.
so...
Yeah. I think
All
you
right, well,
picked him
he's-
up after he got attacked by the drow.
Right.
Yeah.
Is currently... You know what? Can he go up and, No, I want him near me because of that magical defense thing. Yeah, he stays with me.
Okay. I know it doesn't really make sense on the map. I just moved him so that there's no
Yeah.
too many tokens. But all right.
Could have everybody.
That-
He's in my secret compartment.
Gundren keeps running north.
Conrad's going.
Oh, at this point, Jesus.
Find some fish bones on the road. And, yeah, where are these from?
He's like drooling and crying and talking to him.
Pretty much at this point.
Tree branches.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, this is like Escape from like the Kidnapper's Basement style. Like
Oh,
just get
yeah,
as much
totally.
distance as
Yeah.
possible.
He just crawled out of the pit.
Yeah.
Truly.
Okay. Class. What would you like to
He's
do?
tired.
Then
Oh,
after Glass,
man.
we are back to the top of the order.
Okay. Seeing King Groll kind of just take out our friend and also, like preparing to advance on us, I will walk south on the map 5 feet,
Okay.
and I will turn my shoulders and look at King Groll, and then put my hands in my pockets and just go, 2 strings walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Get out of here, I don't serve your kind." The strings walk out, and the second one thinks, "I've got an idea." And he goes and he rolls down a hill, and he gets all twisted and mussed up in the dirt, and gets all fucked up and shit, and he's all like tangled and musk, and he walks back into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, didn't you hear me the first time? I don't serve your kind. Did you hear me?" And he says, "Sir, I'm afraid not." And I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
It was just
That's
like,
a good one.
it's a great. Gross just like standing, like holding close concentration on Moonbeam, like.
I will give you a point of inspiration for that. I'm crying.
Oh,
It's the dumbest
right.
shit I've ever heard.
God, this is a 6-second round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 second round. You're like,
Very fast.
you're talking like the guy at the end of the car commercial, just like.
And then I throw some tarts at him.
Okay. What sort of save is
Big
that?
blast from Fate Fire.
That is a Wisdom 13.
Oh, that's cocked. Oop. I missed my box. Nope, natural 4.
Oh, right.
Oh my!
You watch as he's sort of sitting there holding his shield and just goes. And just tumbles backwards, falling prone onto the ground, and just begins rolling back and forth, laughing maniacally. Far more than he should for a joke of this quality.
Badness.
I'm still standing there with my hands in my pockets, like, all right, you didn't pee.
Like,
And he is currently prone and incapacitated. So huge. And you're also concentrating on this, which drops concentration on Bane.
Yep.
Cool. Good to know.
Um,
Awesome. Bonus action movement if you want it.
I think I'm going to stay there and kind of keep an eye on him. And maybe if it's a free action, just let everyone know, like, King Groll's down for a little bit. And, boy, I will, whisper into Ambrose's ear, "Ambrose, remember how sometimes when you feel inspired, like it's like, what do I do? But now maybe you could, if I made you feel really cool and
This
you
is
could
the
do
longest
so
turn in
much,
time.
even what if you do look more like, and you could add a d6 to your damage on a spell, just FYI."
it's a D6.
But yeah,
Cool.
He's really firing them off tonight.
the aside is that we just activated another feature for Bardic Inspiration, which is instead of adding it to an attack die, onto a roll, you can also add it onto damage die on a spell.
Ooh,
So,
great.
so that's
Nice.
just another good way to use it, or on a healing spell. Do you have a question, Hi?
That is one of the new rules from Tasha's that I thought we enabled back at the start of the campaign. Never got ticked off on the box on D&D Beyond, so that's there now.
Now it's there.
Awesome.
So, do you have any questions about that, Ambrose? You got it.
I actually do have a quick question. Would this be something that I say I am going to do at the beginning of my, like before I roll for an attack, or is it just, oh, your attack is hit, roll for damage?
Exactly.
You
After
can-
it's already
you can
hit,
add
you
it.
can choose to add it.
You could add it to Magic Missile, which is insane. You can just
Yeah.
add another d6 to Magic Missile.
Very cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Guys, one.
No, good to catch up on the new stuff. Okay, at the top of the order, standing in your Moonbeam spell, Grosha, is the Drow figure, who needs to make what sort of save?
Ooh, that's a D10, correct?
What's the save?
Constitution saving throw of 13.
Okay. That is a natural 1.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Go ahead and
We're
roll your
about to see
damage.
some shit.
All right. Here we go.
It's a
Wait.
d10.
Yes, gotta make sure this is the right.
I think it's
die.
more than a D10, isn't it?
It's a 2d10.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a 12. Where's the, please? Hello. There you are. That's
Oh.
fine. Yes. All right. So first one. It's a 3. All right. Gonna take it. And a 7.
3 and a 7. 10
10.
points of damage.
Cool.
As you cast this spell and move it onto their position, and you turn back to look as they have been almost sort of cooking in the light for a moment, Oleander and Bree, there's something strange going on. The features of this creature underneath the hood begin to almost bubble and like shift and melt, and they transform into this plain, flat mask. No eyes, no mouth, no nose, just pale white skin. And you watch as the arms do something similar, and a long, gangly persona is now revealed by this moonbeam spell. You recognize this as a doppelganger.
Oh, shit!
Oh, yeah, because a shapeshifter makes a saving throw at disadvantage, and if not, reveals the shapeshifter's. You are so smart. Ooh.
Holy shit.
You're so smart.
Okay.
That's cool as hell.
In addition to that,
Wow.
hi, how do you want to do this?
Oh,
Ooh,
True
I
form
like
of
that.
dead.
Oh, thank you,
Okay,
God.
Had
alright.
exactly 10
Ooh.
hit points left, and you rolled exactly what you needed.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Ooh, gotta give Grandma a good. It's like we say back home: if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And like slams down the staff, like gives it a little bit, like kind of just mashes her staff a little bit further into the stone, and like you can hear it like grinding. And she just looks like, you know, when Grandma's get a little too into something, like they want you to try something, or she just is really excited for something coming up. It's kind of like that with a cackle, as she just watches this thing just like stretch out. And
Yeah, you
start
watch
to,
as
like,
it stretches
become-
out and its skin begins to bubble and boil on its new sort of terrifying form. It just, and it just burns and falls to the ground, no longer alive. Excellent
Sick.
work. That
Oh,
is
Wow.
one big enemy down.
Oh my gosh.
With that,
Thank out of
Goodness.
we move on to King Groll, who, stepping over the... Oh, no! He's incapacitated. Does he make another
Oh,
save?
right.
I don't think that he does.
He gets a save at the end of his turn.
At the end of his
Mhm.
turn. Okay. And that's Wisdom?
Wisdom.
That's a natural 20.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
But,
It wasn't
yeah,
that
nat
funny.
1, nat 20, God give it, God take it away.
Yeah.
But that uses his entire turn, and we are on now to Grosha. What would you like to do? And he's still prone. He's just no longer incapacitated.
Right.
Wait, oh yeah, because it's my. Oh my god, wow, okay, because the
Yeah.
moonbeam was just for
Mhm.
the doppelgangers to. Oh wow, the world is my oyster. We're gonna do. So King Groll is no longer incapacitated, right?
He's not
Or-
laughing anymore, but he hasn't stood up yet.
Okay. Can I go ahead and make? No, not that. No. We gotta get creative here. Do I want to walk over and beat the shit out of him?
He has, since he's prone, he's easier
Yeah.
You
to
can also just
Yeah.
keep moving
Good
that
point.
moonbeam around if you want to.
Yeah,
It's
that's
up to
true.
you.
Yeah, that waits all the way until next turn.
I mean, he just
Ooh,
skipped
you're
his
so
turn.
smart.
He's gonna... It's up to you.
Good point. Would I know by this point where the creature is by chance?
No. They are well through a really heavy wall and another doorway and all this other kind of
Okay.
stuff.
All right, that's what I thought. Okay, I will. Yeah, you know what? I still got it. Might as well. I'm gonna go ahead and move the moonbeam then back onto King Groll
That spell
because
is insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so good.
That is the druid spell, for real.
yeah, that one. And if I ever return for any bombastic fare, I'd really like to try heat metal because that one also
Yeah.
looks nuts.
Yeah.
So
Very,
Yeah, it's
very
a fun
similar in
experiment.
that instead of moving a thing around, you just do it to their armor, and they're wearing it, and they're screwed.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, you can't really take that off.
Or a weapon, and they
yeah.
have to drop it. Anyways, okay. You've moved your Moonbeam spell. Awesome. The large
Yes.
column of light shuffles over, sort of passing through walls, and then merges out of the wall and hovers over King Grill's prone body. You have your bonus action, your movement, if you'd like it.
Okay, since this one I know is a bonus action, I'm gonna like, now that she's like kind of in a light of sight and like rightfully stoked after, you know, getting the drow, I'm gonna pull my staff up out of the concrete or with the flooring that I've wedged it into, march over, and then like twist the staff end, like the bludgeoned end, and just shove them real hard with Shillelagh, which I still do have cast.
So, Shillelagh to cast
Yeah.
it and imbue your weapon as a bonus
No,
action?
no, sorry, it was already cast, but I'm gonna give him a
The
smack with
attack
that.
with the weapon is still an action.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
still an action. Okay, because I have it as a bonus action, but if not, that's
It's-
totally fine.
Correct. It's a bonus action to cast Shillelagh to make your weapon stronger. Using the
Okay.
weapon is an action.
Oh, using it. Ding dong. Okay, so then if that's true, then I will stand where I'm at, and I'm gonna call it done.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
With that then.
He's getting hit by that beam, don't
Need a death save for Winchester, please.
All right. All right. Keep my puppy alive. No pressure. Ooh, well, 11.
11. That's a success. You have one failure, one
Yay.
success.
And you add Constitution to it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
But-
right. It wouldn't matter at all.
Right,
last
right.
one.
You're,
Yeah.
yeah.
Death saves are just a straight D10 roll.
Oh, I thought they were Constitution. My bad.
Concentration is. But
Okay.
okay, Ambrose, you are up. Bree, you're on deck. What do you want to do, Ambrose? You've got King Groll here, sort of on the ropes.
I do. And Tommy had mentioned something I was already thinking of. I would like to cast Magic Missile at King Groll. A first level, so it's just
Just
three
the
of them.
darts. Cool.
Yeah, but I was gonna add my bardic inspiration die to that.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yay.
3 missiles and a music note. Fire into his brain. Exploded.
It's the Wii shop theme stuck in his brain.
So to save on time, I'll just do it as the rolling the die once and then adding 3.
Auto hit.
That's a 2. Yeah, Magic Missile is an automatic hit.
Love it.
Guaranteed damage.
So that's
Scrumptious.
2,
Really cool.
9, and then just the D6.
This is a weird state of the high armor class.
So, 15.
15 points of damage. Nice.
Wow.
Is that adding the extra D6 as well?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that does some heavy damage to him. He's not quite bloodied yet, but he's getting close.
Ooh, strong bugbear.
He big man. As all of these, he big man. As all of
Big
these
man.
magic missiles just, they have this shimmer to them that the color thereof reminds you directly of the illusions that glass casts. And as they slam into King Groll, they deal a little bit of extra damage. Cool. That's your action. You have your movement and your bonus action if you want it.
I would like to use my bonus action to slam a potion of healing over my head and drink it as fast as I can.
I'm just picturing it being like a beer bottle. You're like
Yeah,
on your horn.
Get built-in beer opener.
just like after like a sports game, just like dumping it on my face.
Gatorade the coach.
Gatorade
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll for your hit points, and then
Gatorade myself.
Bree, you're up after that.
Page down.
2d4 plus 2.
I want the next time to be Ambrose just like biting into the healing potion like an apple.
Like Steve Austin, just like crushing it.
I mean, that tracks with like Goatman
Yeah.
eating glass.
So I got 6 back.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
Heal for 6 hit points, and Bree, you are now up unless you want to move, Ambrose.
You know what? I'm good where I am.
Bree, you're up. What do you want to do?
Okay. Now that we've taken care of the lady who killed me, I'm gonna go take care of the guy who was trying to kill my dog. So I'm gonna run over to where Winchester is. Could I theoretically kind of pull Winchester back one space and take his, like, swap places with him?
Yeah, 5, 10, 15. That, you have more than enough movement to do that. I was going to say it would just cost you double movement to do it, but that's
Right.
fine.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna pull my 2 swords out. I'm gonna say, fuck this bow. And I'm gonna take two short sword swings at him.
With advantage.
He is still prone, so these are with advantage.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, fuck me. God. 10.
10 misses on the first one. Go ahead and swing again.
15.
Also misses, unfortunately.
So
God,
embarrassing.
Bree.
As you go in to swing at him, you just clang, clang off the heavy shield that's sort of fallen on top of him, not finding purchase. You thought maybe it was wood or leather or something you could puncture, and it is just solid iron behind there. It's probably a lot heavier than it looks. Unfortunately, yeah. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
I'm just gonna go.
With both your swords,
Yeah.
These are the real twin swords here.
There we go. Okay, cool. Oleander, you look over into the door next to you, and it seems like something has had its fill.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Okay, round 2, huh?
15, 20, 25
Oh my.
can get right up next to you as this creature with the body of a snake and 4 tentacles that spread out from around its beak-like mouth just opens its mouth, and its tentacles sort of wiggle at you as it goes to bite at you.
Don't like
Actually,
that.
first it's going to try to grab you with its tentacles. That is an 11 to hit.
Yeah, sorry, my armor class is 13.
Unfortunately,
Oh, right.
that misses, and because it did not grab you with its tentacles, it cannot try to bite you. So that is it for that creature's turn.
Nightmare.
Great preview of what might happen if it does.
Yeah.
That's fun. As it goes to like strike at you, and it sort of tries to wrap these tentacles around you, and you're able to sort of brush them off, dodge out of the way, and you get a good look at like sort of the like inky purple blackness that is the inside of this creature's mouth. It's like all full of this horrible slime that looks like it's probably caustic or something. It's gross.
Oh, that's gonna get infected if that gets me. Alright!
It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I was going to go around the back and help out the team in a really heroic move, but I guess I gotta deal with this fucking thing first. Actually, I could just take an attack of opportunity
You could.
if I wanted to go. Moving diagonally counts as 5 feet and not 10 feet, right?
Right. Any adjacent square, diagonal or otherwise, is 5 feet.
Okay, and my movement speed is, I think, 30, so I think I should have just enough to get around those pillars and up into the room where our bugbear friend is.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're 35?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll do 25, 30
Perfect.
if we're moving
Well,
diagonal.
no, not in the moonbeam. I'll die if I
Oh,
get in the
okay.
moonbeam. Just right in the doorway.
Okay. Sorry about that.
So first off, let's take care of that attack of opportunity, shall we?
Let's do that. And it will go ahead and try to wrap you in the tentacles with a natural 2, missing. So you're good to go.
Right.
Later! And I, stomp on a tentacle as I, dash out.
It lets out that sort of horrible screech.
That is above my pay grade.
All right. You
I
are
bust in
now-
the door to the side of the bugbear. I yell, "Surprise, butthorn!" And I let loose a bee at him.
All right, go for it.
Ooh, and that is going to be a 21.
That
Oh,
definitely
great.
hits. Roll some damage.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Damn, going off.
Let's see. I have to remind myself every freaking time. 1d10 plus 3.
Making up for.
That's going to be a 9 plus 3 is 12 points of damage.
Whoa, nice.
Look at you go.
12 points of damage. He is now bloodied. As you slam into the back of him, not even
Finally.
seeing you coming, you have a huge advantage not dealing with that big spiked shield in the front. Actually,
Yeah.
he's still prone. So I
Yeah.
do need you to roll with disadvantage because it's a ranged attack.
Oh, dang. Okay. Well,
Roll one more.
Range.
Just roll
do
one
I need
more.
to roll
Just roll
damage again?
No, just roll 1d20, and if we'll see if it also hits, then you're good.
Oh, okay, we'll see. That's going to be a 16.
16 is exactly what you needed.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Got it.
You're good to go.
Oh, man, it's a close one.
Okay, with that then, unless you have a bonus action or anything else you want to do.
No, I'm good.
Okay, nice shot. Huge chunk of damage gone. Grosha, oops. What happened with my order here?
What?
Oh, it went to Kevin. Kevin's way north. Anything for Kevin? Kevin's
He
with
pops
you.
out of my collar and also uses his tiny little ferret claws to flip the bugbear off.
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
He's still sort of laying on his back, like, what's going on? Having just finished laughing at whatever joke that was. Cool. Gundren continues to run. Glass, it's your turn.
God, Gundren.
Okay. If I talk to someone on my turn, do we have to wait until their turn to hear a response? Is that right?
If it's a Tim member, they can use their reaction to respond to you.
Okay. Okay. I will. Can I push Bree out so I can get into that space? Is that it's kind of crowded in this hallway here?
It is a little crowded in the hallway. I would say at this point it's going to be kind of tough to do that. Just because if it was only one creature there, it would be different, but you have to move 2 creatures on your turn to be able to get through.
And a dead body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if you have anything ranged, you're more than welcome to do that.
Okay. I will, I guess, train my crossbow on him, on King Groll, and, just kind of showing that I'm aiming at him and, ready. I'm going to say, you're going to die unless you give us a reason not to kill you. And
I'll say this. If you want to try to jump to the other side of King Groll, because he's prone, so is Winchester, and Bree is not even half your height, you can make an acrobatics check, but in doing that, you will pass into the moonbeam.
I don't want to get by that moonbeam. It could kill
You're
me.
not.
I've seen what happens. I'll just make my threat,
Okay.
and I will hold my action with a crossbow bolt if he stands up from prone and tries to make an attack.
Okay. Sounds good.
If he tries to make an attack, but
Are you
is that
are you trying to reason with him, or are you trying to sort of threaten him and get him to lay down arms?
It's the same roll it's the same points for me either way.
Yeah, then make an intimidation
oh,
or
wait, no.
persuasion check for me.
I'll make a persuasion. Yeah, I'm trying to persuade him to listen to us because I do quite think he's outnumbered.
And at this point, he's probably getting close to being aware of that.
Yeah. Ooh, 26.
Okay, cool. We will see how that goes on his turn.
Yeah.
With that, we are back to the top of the order with King Groll. Constitution saving throw.
13.
What is it, 16?
13.
13, and unless he has a negative to that. And it's con. No, that's a 16, unfortunately. So he still does take half damage, though. So go ahead and roll your 2d10.
Oh. So whatever of half of the combined 2d10 is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, first one's a 5 and a 2. So Wait, what's half? How do you classify half of 7?
We just round
Round
up.
up or down.
Oh, okay.
3.
So it'd be 3.
So
Okay.
3. Okay.
3 points of moonbeam damage. Not shabby for free damage, regardless of if he succeeds or fails. And
Yeah.
then, as he is going to stand up on his turn, let's see. Looking at the group of you, all surrounding him in his own castle, you see there's a brief flash of fear in his eyes as he listens to you attempting to persuade him, and then sort of gazing at the dead on the floor and understanding that everything that he's been working for this long is gone and taken from him by you. He's going to try to get it back.
He's going to try and what?
Get it back. So, he
Ooh.
is going to take some swipes at you, Bree.
So that would trigger my firing a bolt.
Exactly would.
Okay. That's not going to hit. 11.
11. Yeah, unfortunately, as he stands up, you just ding the crossbow bolt off of the front of his shield, and then in that same motion brings down the Morning Star on you, Bree. With a
Yes.
that is a 15 to hit.
I'm going to say, you're throwing your life away, and cast Cutting Words.
Okay. Go ahead and
No,
roll your
I
D6.
I can't.
Are you out?
No, but when you hold your action, it's a reaction.
That's true.
Oh,
Your
that's
reaction
right.
this turn.
Yeah.
Moving myself.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have been so cool.
That would have been
Damn.
really cool. Okay, yeah. As the Morning Star comes down on you,
I'm sorry.
Give it to me.
Tried.
you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. As I rolled
Okay.
a 1 and a 2 on the damage dice.
Thank
Thank
God.
Yeah.
He's also going to try to smash you with his shield,
Oh, right. Second, he's got 2 attacks.
which he
Ah,
misses with a
he's-
natural 2. So he's looking rough at this point and tired, and you can tell he's just like, even his hits aren't even quite landing as they used to.
Yeah.
But there's still a fierce sort of thirst for battle that you can see is raging inside of him. With that, Grosha, you're up. Winchester's after that.
All right. How many people? Shit, there's like so many people
Yeah.
right
Just
there.
so
Oh my god.
everybody knows, I'm treating Winchester like a player character with the death saves, which means he can also be stabilized like a player character could. So, in case anybody wants to do that, you're welcome to.
Oh man, why didn't I do that already? Whatever.
It's an action. You were doing good stuff with your turn.
There's a lot
It's
to
all
do.
good.
Yeah.
Many options. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna take any action with Moonbeam because I know that's just gonna stay on Grohl.
Yeah, you don't have to move it.
So no movement spent on that. There's a lot of people in that hallway right now. How many hit points is Bree at?
Bree is at a big 8.
Decisions. Can't really move in there. Can I go ahead and how long has it been in the fight session in terms of time passed?
I believe we are nearing 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, because Shillelagh
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
I think we did 6 or 7 rounds last time, and we are on round 3. Oh, so yeah, it would be a minute at the end of this round.
So I would need to recast Shillelagh on the next round then?
When did you
Or can
cast
I go
it?
ahead?
Was it
Right at the beginning.
I thought it was before you went into the castle.
Not before, it was like
Okay.
right when we started.
Then yeah, also you need to recast it on your next turn.
Okay.
And Shillelagh's not concentration, correct?
No. Moonbeam is though.
Yeah. I was just making sure it wouldn't break that.
Okay. I think I'm going to hold because there's not a whole lot. And then how many hit points is Winchester at?
I mean, 0.
0.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's been
Okay,
making
I'm
that
going to go
saves.
ahead then. Oh, balls. All right. Okay, I guess I'm going to cast. Yeah, I've still got a couple spell slots left. I'm going to go ahead and cast a healing word on Winchester.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Roll your d4.
Okay. +3, so
Make him
get
huge
the
and
puppy
strong.
juice. That's another 4. All right, and then +3 is 7.
take a big
7?
sip of that not dying juice, and Winchester is back up with 7 hit points.
I feel bad after that other dog.
But he is proud.
All right.
Dog back.
I'm
Okay, you have your action still if you would like to use it.
gonna go ahead and hold it for right now because there's a lot of people in that hallway, and I would rather Moonbeam be concentrated still on Girl. Again, if Where's Wormy starts to head out towards us, I want to be able to have an action ready for that. So
Okay,
I'm good
so
for
what
right now.
action are you preparing? Because you have to say exactly what it is and what would trigger it in order to hold it.
Well, Healing Word is classified as a full action, right?
Nope, it's a bonus action. Yep, you're
Even
good.
better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold an action of casting Shillelagh. If the
So Shillelagh
Wormy-
is a bonus action, which you've already used, and you can't hold that as a reaction. So you could hold an
Okay.
attack with your club, it just won't have Shillelagh on it.
let's do that. Let's hold action with Club.
Okie dokie. Sounds
Thank you.
good. And then Winchester, now awake, half movement to stand up if you want, and then 7 hit points. What do you want to do?
Wow. Boy.
The Bree gang's just been up and down here for the last few.
Yeah, truly.
Drink your grandma
Um,
juice.
And then
God.
after Winchester is Ambrose, and then you again, Bree.
Right. Is this is not allowed, it's fine. Since Winchester like knows that I have these, could he like snortle around in my pack and eat a good berry?
Get 1 hit point.
Get 1 hit point back for the bonus action.
You hit the berry.
I'll say he can
Make an investigation check.
make an animal
Can a
handling
dog
check.
eat a berry?
Or actually, you know what? That's better. Make a intelligence check using Winchester's stats.
Oh, puppy, figure it out.
Oh, big brain
Oh,
Winchester. Mino Sawan. Oh.
11.
He's just a dog, man.
Yeah, you're
Probably loves snacks, but doesn't know that's going to help right now in battle. Not a tactician.
Berry? Question mark?
that's fair.
Winchester just like thinks for a second and does the like.
Whatever that sound is.
It's like, what's that old vine of the dog trying to eat spaghetti? And it's
Okay, so with that, what's Winchester going to do here?
Okay, so instead of being smart and doing that, he will see that I'm taking care of King Groll. Ooh. And he will run down towards where Snake Tentacle Monster is.
Okay,
STM.
10 feet right there, all the way up to it.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And oh, right. I guess actually he's just going to hang out there and dodge.
Okay, sounds good. With that,
Be-
then
be-
it is now your turn, Ambrose, and then Bree, you're after that. What do you want to do?
If I... The range for things like Ice Knife, where it says within 5, does that count as diagonal around that corner? Or...
What are you going to aim at?
I was gonna see this awful creature and just start firing away.
Winchester would
Okay.
be within that range.
Okay, I want to kill Puppy Man. Okay.
Ice Knife.
Never stopped you before.
I should have mentioned it, but
If you have a problem, throw Ice Knife at it. You have a different problem now.
I could do
We make a new
really,
problem.
I could do something really fucking stupid.
Okay.
Do it.
How large is this? I mean, can I just say what it is because I know what it is. This creature's name.
I am adopting a form of trying to not name creatures in case people
Okay,
know what they
okay.
are because it makes them scarier.
Okay. Well, actually, I should ask. Would Ambrose know what this is?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be Arcana.
Okay. A 15.
15? Probably. And since you already know what it is, then yeah. Ambrose is 15.
Okay. And I know I hate this thing. I hate it, but I'm fascinated darkly. What would the size class be?
I believe it's a medium creature.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is the same size as a person.
Okay.
Its sort of snake body is as big around as the biggest of anyone's thighs in the group. It's large.
Ooh.
I am going to cast Reduce
Okay.
on this bad boy and see how small I can get him.
Hell yeah.
And what sort
Smaller.
of save is that?
Smaller.
Smaller. What'd you say, Evan?
What sort of a save is that?
It's a, I believe it's concentration, 14. Yeah.
For Constitution.
Think very hard to stop yourself from getting smaller.
No, it was small.
That's a natural 7, so that's a failure. It is reduced in size by
Tiny.
a single. Oop, can I change the size here really fast?
Screaming and laughing as I realize my power over the natural world to make things larger and smaller.
This is
Yeah.
some fucked up knowledge.
Unfortunately, I can't change the size of it on the screen, but it is now considered a small creature.
Okay.
Really
And
funny.
that's concentration, and it'll be for a full minute.
Nice. And then I forget what all the effects of that are, but you can just tell me on its turn. I think
Oh.
it's like minus a D4 to attacks and saves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just let you know when we get there.
Okay. Sounds good. Bree, King Girl's up in your face. What do you want to? And did
Oh.
you have anything else you wanted to do, Ambrose? Sorry.
Could I also move? I don't.
Yeah, where to?
Will I take an attack of opportunity if I move directly south?
If you move here, you're fine. If you move anywhere away from this 5 feet around the thing, then no.
Okay, I'll stay where I am then.
Okay, and you were there. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm backing up Winchester.
Sounds good. Bree, you're up.
Or B.
You got.
Sorry,
I got fucking dice everywhere.
I just dropped all of our dice onto the floor.
Oh no,
I was
that's okay. Take a
wondering what
second.
that was, and I was just like,
I'm gonna die by stepping on a D4.
Yeah.
I am going to just really fast go fill up my cup with water at the sink while you do that.
first
Get some Wawa.
So how's everybody in chat enjoying the fight, huh?
How's it going out there?
Oh, it's
Gang.
warm.
Think about that tiny worm.
tiny
Don't
worm.
forget to hydrate.
Tiny
Oh,
worm.
it's water check.
Yeah. Everybody,
I'm
there it
gonna
is.
die.
I found it with my foot by stepping on it.
Oh god. The D4 or just a die? Because those are painful.
Yeah,
they're
just
just
Little cow
They're
top.
just caltrops
yeah.
with
yeah.
numbers on them.
they just make
Design.
you
Worse than Legos.
True. Yeah, because they got that point. I was like, oh.
Iris, I'm curious. What is your movement speed?
I believe it is 35 feet.
Oh, it was 35. Okay. You said 30 earlier, and I
I
was
thought it
like,
was
I
30.
thought you were faster. It's-
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Man, okay, I will say, I know there's a lot of very cool perks to being a halfling with the luck and everything, but having 25 movement speed sucks.
Yeah, that is a big,
I thought you were faster.
big hamper.
Oh yeah, I'm 30 feet actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody's 30 except Ambrose is 35, just because Speedy Coat likes.
Waiting for that mirthful leap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Bree,
hell
what you
yeah.
got going
I
on?
mentioned it once.
Okay, but it's a really funny thing to name it.
Bree,
Giggly little jump.
You're making a little jump.
what would you like to do on your turn?
Okay, I am gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark again
Okay, cool.
on King Groll.
He is marked.
That's my bonus action. And then I will take 2 swings with my short swords.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Nice. You got your D6
Eee,
and
nice.
2d6 doubled, or are you doubling or are you rolling twice?
I will roll twice.
Okay, so 4d6.
Is that? Oh,
'Cause
right.
of Hunter's Mark.
Because of Hunter's Mark. Holy, oh,
Good
that's
thing
right.
you rolled. Good thing you did that.
2.
Okay.
4. 10. 15 points of damage.
Plus your plus 3.
Oh, plus 18 points of damage.
18.
E.
How do you want to do
So
this?
he's making up for it. Yes!
Yeah.
Revenge!
Exactly
Right.
18 hit points left. Y'all are cutting it close on some of these. That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah.
Extreme specific death.
Love it.
Ray deserves
okay.
this.
Calculated.
Explain how you
am-
barely killed this guy.
Yeah. Make it sound cool.
Yeah.
I will acrobatically
Jump into the moonbeam.
jump into the movie. No, I won't.
No, get out of there!
Myself. I'm gonna like duck under his big tower shield
Okay.
and just stab him right in the gut.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, as you just go in for like a combat slide and reach up with the one short sword, prepping for the second one, you see that you have hit just sort of directly up under the rib cage, and you just push. And as he just sort of begins to fall heavier onto your sword, there's a big creature with a lot of heavy armor on that's about to fall down directly on top of where you are. Go ahead and make a dex save.
That's fair. 16.
16, no problem. You continue to slide through, doing that sort of attack as you no, not sliding through his legs because Moonbeam. You managed to roll out of the way in time. I was trying to think of something cool to do, and I was like, no, I'm not going to kill my player. Like, for just
Bree
doing something
uses her
cool.
iframes to clip through the moonbeam and scroll back to the opposite side of the stage.
Yeah,
Dude,
peripheral
absolutely.
egress takes place
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, press.
She does a reverse long jump.
Yeah. I can totally picture Bree doing that like the Mario.
Whee!
Amazing. As King Groll falls heavy to the ground, the only threat that approaches you and your friends now is this creature in the hallway below you. With that,
Right.
you have one more attack and the rest of your movement.
I will sidle up next to Ambrose. But then that's it.
Okay, cool. And you already used your bonus action? Alright, sweet. It is this creature's turn now. It is going to try to wrap its tentacles around Winchester. It will not wrap its tentacles around Winchester. I rolled poorly. That is that creature's turn. Oleander, you are now up. This moonbeam in front of you, a dead King Groll still sort of illuminated by this shaft of light. What would you like to do?
Wow. So,
Don't go forwards.
yeah, Oleander's like,
Yeah, you can pop back into
spotlight.
this area if you would
I
like
know.
to.
I know what happened already. I'm not gonna chance it. I'm gonna run back the way I came, back into that other chamber,
So 5, 10, 15, 20 puts you there.
and I'm gonna see the tiny little squid snake on the ground, and I'm like, oh, how the tables have turned, my grotesque friend. And I don't know why I put so much juice into that.
You know this guy?
We had a few dalliances.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I haven't reached for my spear in a while.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this thing out and try to poke at it.
Go for it.
Like it's a spider and you've got a broom and you're like,
Little baby,
Okay.
man.
down chance for me.
A little snake,
Oh my god, that's going to be a 21.
Oh,
21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Right,
Shit,
that's
okay.
going to be a
Take that.
1d6, so not that much.
William Fancy Pants.
That's going to be 3 points of damage.
I'm just poking at it like.
Ugh.
It just reminds me of like when I lived back in Hawaii and they had the cane spiders and my mom wanted me to kill them. I just get like a Swiffer broom and just be like smacking it, be like, get down, stop that.
Disappear.
All right.
They wouldn't let me take it outside.
Your spear does have to put you within 5 feet of it. Do you want to be
Yeah, it's
here,
fine.
here, or here? Just right there?
Right there, it's fine. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Nice hit. And now we move to Kevin, who is in your clothing at the moment. What do you want to do?
I would like. Can Kevin like? Kevin can't get out and distract this thing, can he?
Yeah, if you wanted to hop out and take the help action, you totally could.
Yeah, he'd like to hop out and take the help action.
Sure thing.
It's like the name.
The
It's like
name of the
show.
The name.
Whoa!
I'm ringing a bell.
We like to help each other.
Wow.
Yeah, fair. Webster is just like a mongoose. Yeah, Ferret Kevin is very much like Cobra and mongoosing this thing right now.
Yeah, get him, Kevin.
There
you
you
can
go.
do it.
Excellent work.
Like
Okay, so the
dancing
next-
around him.
Yeah.
Next attack against this creature will have advantage thanks to that. And
Oh, yeah.
then Gundren, who knows? Glass,
Andrea is
you're up.
going
Wow.
places.
Like a big
Gundren is currently finding his Wilson somewhere in the woods. like, you're my friend now.
You're gonna find him in like 20 minutes. He's be like, "I've been out here for 37 days."
Yeah, Gundren, it's only been a minute. Yeah.
He's like, "No, I've met these squirrels. We have a society now. I'm the ruler." Okay, sorry. Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Rest my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna do the trying to look through all my friends at this little tiny squid boy.
Give
hands
the
on it.
Robert De Niro like.
Yeah. And then I will get my gun out. Like crossbow.
Glass, but with a gun.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and make your crossbow attack.
I will just over Ambrose's shoulder, and just go sharp shitting. try and hit it with advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage.
What, you roll the same thing?
Guys, glad I got advantage because I rolled the same thing twice.
God.
It'll be a 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Love that reduce spell. That's awesome.
So cool.
It's
fun.
very
so
handy.
good.
It's like
So
even if
choice.
it did nothing, I would still be like,
Yeah.
"You're a little baby now."
And this is, you're doing this with advantage, right? Because Kevin gave you advantage.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. Yeah, I just rolled a 10
Yeah.
twice though.
Just make
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. As the crossbow bolt slams into this, similar to the way your spear had, there's a strange sort of healing property that this thing seems to have. It seems like these weapon attacks against it are not quite doing what you'd hope they would.
Hmm.
It didn't
I don't
like
enjoy
the attack,
that.
did it?
It didn't like it, but
Okay.
it also didn't do as much as you thought it would.
Cool. Did less than 5 damage. Sick. Okay. I didn't know the spear didn't hurt it.
I forgot to mention it because I didn't realize.
Okay.
I didn't notice it till I rolled it on yours. So,
Should
but
have gone with
I kept
reliable.
that previous one at full damage, so I'm not like
Okay.
retconning anything to that. Cool. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna say to Ambrose, looks like it ate my bolt. and then I will end my turn.
Cat of many faces. Excellent. Okay, Grosha, you are now up. What would you like to do?
Alrighty. Let's see. And I've still got a plentiful. I've still got about a little bit more than 30 seconds left on Moonbeam, correct? Because I cast it about halfway into the fight.
How long does Moonbeam left?
A minute.
Yeah, you've got 30 seconds left, probably another like 5 rounds of combat. I think you cast her
Okay.
like round 4 or 5.
Alright, so seeing that there's still a shit ton of people in there, but like obviously Grandma's like, what's go where's the worm? So she'll go ahead and move Moonbeam over onto the creature.
Cool.
And she can't really God, I feel bad I'm just like sitting back here in this room, but I suppose my time will come
That's kind
once
of
it's time to roll
spellcaster
damage.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage at the start of his turn, but not quite yet.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, sounds good. Maintaining concentration on that big spell that you're getting a lot of mileage out of. That's awesome.
Yes.
With that, Winchester's
Right.
up with this thing in its face. What do you want to do?
Okay. I will just okay. I forget if me and Winchester technically have the same initiative, right? Did we get what happened? Maybe we did have different initiatives. Did I make that up?
You're muted, Evan.
Oh,
Evan,
It's just because I entered it a second time when I redid combat between this week and last week. You should be adjacent to each other. You, Ambrose, and Winchester all have an 18 for initiative, so it just put Ambrose in between you for some reason because I don't have anybody's
Gotcha.
deck scores in. So that's my bad. But yeah.
okay. Could I technically kind of like move him and Bree at the same time?
Sure. I'll say that.
Okay.
Not always, but at this point, sure.
Okay. Well, what I want to do is just move. Getting really congested down there. Just move Bree
I have
down
a lot
to
of
that empty
characters
space.
at
Yeah.
this point. Okay. We're Bree down to here.
Yeah.
Traffic
exactly.
jam.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
We're just surrounding this animal and just.
Yeah.
It's like when you go outside after a fresh rain, there's a worm on the ground, everybody's like, hey, look here.
Worm.
and then you all take turns stepping on it.
Is that what it's like, Grosha?
Yeah.
I'm picturing that being a very relatable thing for Grosha. Maybe not for everybody else.
Yeah, just like what
Look at this worm here. What do we got?
Okay. Bree, what you doing?
No.
like you do.
And so then. Yeah. Okay. From there, I will. I don't even know why I felt the need to do that. I will. Winchester's just gonna dodge.
Okay. And then just go ahead and we'll resolve your turn, and then we'll do Ambrose.
Oh, okay, cool. And then in that case, Bree is going to use her bonus action to move Hunter's Mark over to this boy,
Okay, cool.
and then take a single short sword swing.
Okie dokie.
8 to hit.
Unfortunately, misses. Ambrose, what you doing?
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on this wiggly little man.
Do it.
Hey.
Is this your last spell slot?
No, I have 2 more.
Oh
First
wow,
ones.
awesome! Y'all have been really good about.
This is one of them.
Oh,
No,
okay.
just the next.
Y'all have been really good about hanging on to those.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah.
We're friends. That's all we can do.
Got 1. So that's 6. Plus 3 is 9.
9 points of damage. Nice. Oops, I almost did 9 points of damage to Ambrose instead. That's not what we want to do. Your darts all slam into the creature at the same time, and it is now bloodied. These certainly seemed like they did full damage.
It's like magic might be the way with this guy.
No.
All right. Bree, you've already had your turn. Now it is this creature's turn.
Yeah.
Somebody roll a d4 for me. Winchester 1, Bree 2, Oleander 3, Kevin 4.
Sure, I'll roll. Why not? That's going to be a 2.
That is going to attack Bree then.
Bree.
Alright. It's
Yeah.
going to try to grab
Bree.
you first with its tentacles, which is a 19 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Oh,
Okay.
but it's got disadvantage on if it has a strength.
Oh,
That's strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay. I didn't know if it was.
Also, do I do? Does it get in it? Does it get first
No.
turn?
You are
Yeah.
right. I need to do, at the top of the turn, I need to do my save for Moonbeam.
Oh,
first.
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was about to.
right.
And that's a 16. So it does save, but you can do your half damage again if you roll your 2d10.
Half damage. Okay.
And then Bree.
Okay.
20.
Let's go.
Oh, minus a d4 because it is reduced in size. Wow. That is 13 points of slashing damage from the tentacles.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Wait.
So,
But wait,
Evan,
let Hive
I
finish. Oh,
what did it roll for the tentacle hit?
It rolled a 16 to hit, I believe.
Okay, so I was trying. Well, was there a grab and then there's an attack after the grab, or
The grab is the attack, and then after that, once it has it grabbed with the tentacles, then it also gets to make a beak attack with the beak inside the
Okay.
grabbers.
it got a 19 the first time around?
19 is what it had. You're right.
Right. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's. No, never
If you,
mind. I thought
if you want to try to
second
cutting
time
words,
around.
you can, because I know that it's hard to get a word in edgewise on Discord.
Yeah. Okay.
For the attack or the
Well, it's a grapple and an attack.
Okay.
So
same roll?
yeah, sure. I'm gonna say. Well, I don't know. I'll just roll first.
There's
The four?
there's no grapple or anything like that. 4, so that would bring it down to a instead of a 19 to 15. Does that still hit you, Bree?
Still hits.
Yeah, still hits.
Still hits. Okay, yeah. So that's 13 points of slashing damage as the tentacles sort of lash at you, and they have these sort of sharp spines on there that grab onto you, and then from the inside, it's going to try to snap at you with that big beak, and that is a 14 to hit,
That's my AC.
and that does an additional 7 points of piercing damage.
Whew, I am super unconscious again.
Okay.
7.
Were you
Do
were
I-
you
can
already
I-
unconscious from the first one?
Yeah. So you would take 2 death.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. Can I go
Um,
ahead and roll for damage from Moonbeam?
Please do.
Yep.
I was gonna say I might affect those.
Damn it.
That's true.
Not good.
Yeah.
I should have just said it was me. I haven't taken a single hit this entire match.
So strong.
That's okay.
It's good to not be dishonest about dice because
Mhm.
where does it end?
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, exactly. If I succumb to that temptation,
What you got for damage,
then-
Hi?
I got an 8, and then half that is 4.
Okay, so 4 points of damage. Does
Yep.
not quite bring it down, but it is looking really rough. So
Okay.
those attacks stay. Bree, you are unconscious with 2 failed death saves. Somebody needs to stabilize Bree or heal her, or she will make
Yeah.
1 very important death save on her next turn. Ambrose.
I have a healing potion. I'm assuming I can't use that as a bonus action on someone else, correct?
Right. Bonus actions are only on your turn.
Okay. Can I stabilize her then? Since I'm right there.
You could do it as your whole action.
Yeah, your
Ambrose.
whole action was just casting that magic missile.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we've got.
I just meant for the next turn around.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But at this point, Oleander, you are up. You're right next to Bree. If you would like to stabilize, you can, or you can try to kill this thing. It's up to you.
I do have a potion of healing in my bag.
Or heal, yeah.
Yeah. Can I bring Bree back?
Yeah, if you want to just sort of tip her head back and pour this thing in there.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
it latched
Open up.
on and hit her, it let go. It's not a grapple. It's just if one
Okay,
attack
okay.
hits, then it gets the second attack.
It's like a snap. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Rambo, down the hatch. And I pop
Rambo.
open the my single potion of healing.
Woo!
Pour it down Bree's gullet.
That was really
Very
scary,
gingerly.
really fast.
It's my job.
Okay, and that's a 2d4 plus 2 hit points. That's a see, that's 2 and a. That's a 1 plus 2 is 5. You have 5 hit points. 3.
And
You-
some
Alright.
nasty lacerations to your face from this thing.
Yeah.
Many of them are sort of healing up, but if you want the flavor of some cool scars, you got them.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right,
You know it.
Oleander, that is your bonus action to do that. You have your action if
Okay.
you'd like it.
Okay. Well, it seems like due to the super cool combat puzzle clues, I need to blow this thing into next week with my Eldritch Blast,
There you go.
which I will do, also aiming to knock it back 10 feet. Because I don't want this thing fucking near us.
Are you attacking from
That
where you're
worm.
standing at the moment?
I'm attacking where I'm standing, so yes, I realize that will be with disadvantage.
Cool.
I'm cool with that. It's just numbers, baby. So that's a 21 and a. Oh, that's a net 20.
Ooh.
All right.
So the 21.
Lexi.
So 21 definitely.
Either
still
way,
hits.
I hit it. Yeah.
Roll some damage for me.
All right. That's going to be a 1d10 plus 3. So. Oh, that's going to be a 2 plus 3 is 5.
How have you
5
done
hits.
this all 3 enemies in a row? It had 5 hit points left.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
How do you want to do this, Oleander?
Push that worm.
I'm just like, okay, I think that's just about enough for today. And I fire it off, and the thing just goes like, there isn't even time to see the impact. It's just one moment, the thing is writhing on the ground, hissing and spitting and gnashing its gross little beak, and then the next is just like a smear, like it was hit by an invisible truck. Just painted across the flagstones here.
And it is bizarre because all the little pieces of viscera and goop that are there, as soon as it goes from being a creature to an object, when it dies, your spell also drops and it back to its original size. And you watch as all
Oh,
these
it's
little
so
chunks of
gross.
snake just sort of spring to a larger size across the floor.
Chris.
Oh, gross.
With
Wish it out
that,
of here.
Well,
we are, for the first time in 2 episodes, out of combat.
Alive.
Incredible job, everybody.
Did it.
Oh my gosh.
There are a number of things that still remain to be decided here. There is the important thing of finding Gundren. There is
did
any
he go?
other exploring that you might want to do in this castle while you're here. There is grabbing things off of anything that might be on the ground. But aside from that, anything else is up to you. So as a party, what do you want to do?
Do we want to do break first and then decide?
Yeah.
Sure. Can I do one thing before break?
Sure.
Yes.
Glass, after seeing that things have settled, I assume the moonbeams dropped there. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and take the empty frame out and take a picture of this splattered goop next to this "Do Not Step" sign.
Fuck.
At this point, you have more pictures of like
Do not
post-battle carnage than you do of any.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're like a Warzone reporter or like the
Yeah.
first snuff film producer. I'm trying to figure out which is
tragedy. Who could have done this?
No, I'm myself.
The strange, grotesque wonders
Oh.
of the world.
awesome. As you snap your photo of the horrible carnage that lays before you, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Awesome job, everybody. It's 8:30. We'll be back at 8:45. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. Check those links to donate to Transgender Law Center in the chat, and we'll see you in just a little bit. All right, bye.
See you
See ya.
soon.
everybody, welcome back. We just concluded a huge fight. Thanks for sticking with us during our break. As always, we're supporting Transgender Law Center tonight and with all of our streams. So if you do see that link pop by in chat, please click on it and go donate. If you have even a couple dollars to spare, that'd be awesome. With our housekeeping stuff like that out of the way, so far the party has resumed the combat that they began at the start of the last episode. A full, almost 5.5 hours of combat. Incredible work, especially for a party of level 3s. You have now cleared out everything that you can see that is threatening you here in Cragmaw Castle. With that as the last sort of standing threat, this Grick is blown to smithereens by an Eldritch Blast by Oleander. What do you want to do as a group? Oh, and Glass takes a picture.
Oh yeah.
What's that you got there anyway?
This is like something. This picture is something people would find like in a drawer in Resident Evil. With like slime and some sort of message. You know?
For
It's one of the clues you gotta use to open up a like light shadow puzzle.
Yeah.
Right next to the can of light bulbs.
Bree is definitely like lying on the ground, like next to Oleander, just like, thank you.
Yeah, we're like all pieted out here on the stone.
I kind of lean over where Winchester is and say, like, are you okay? I mean, I'm assuming not, but, you know, I'm going to ask anyway.
I mean, you know, had some pretty close calls before, but that was among the closer.
She's gonna pull through.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Okay.
And I think Winchester is just like whining and like licking my face.
Oh.
Yeah, he sort
Could be.
of bumps his head into yours, and you being a very small creature, small enough to ride him as a mount, as he tries to curl up in your lap, it is very much this dog is too big.
Make another.
He is there to protect and do what he can to take care of you. With
Just
that,
like my top half is obscured by dog.
I'm going to go ahead and hit stop on combat here to reveal the rest of the map.
Oh,
Whoopee.
the big reveal!
That is a huge number of dead creatures.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, That's
Yeah.
gonna be weird to explain to people.
Yeah.
Start looting, baby.
Yeah, I bet these guys got some stuff. Oh, guys,
Yeah, I'm
don't
gonna-
forget magic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So who would like to do what here?
Where's your friend? Where'd your friend go?
What?
Oh, yeah.
There's and like Rosha like kind of like waddles back and like sticks her head out. She's like, I don't see him out there.
Yeah, you just make your way up to this little curtain here and just peek out of the north side of the castle, and it is just an empty tree line.
Great.
Well, we still have to find him, but we know he's
Out there.
probably not captured unless he got captured again. In which case, that's
What
just sad.
Funny life that man lives,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So you all may know him better than me, but is there something that we can put out for Gundren, like a piece of cheese? Wait.
What, like under a box with a
Finger.
stick tied to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I do
God.
have his finger, and
Yeah.
Amber's like pulls out this bag. I still got it.
That's just soup at this point.
Yeah, you can hear it slosh, and I'm like grinning.
Gundren's
Because I think
soupy
it's
finger
food.
under like a shitty like box trap is some picture.
Continue at
That'd
the
be a
sight
great
of
thing
this.
to use if we want to keep him far, far away from here.
I'll put it away then.
At the sight
You
of
should
this,
put it away
Rosha
in,
like
a
makes a
well or
face.
something.
Like,
We don't
you
need
just-
it anymore. We found him. You don't need
You-
to keep
I think once his ring.
You don't need it, but Gundren might. And I'll let him make that choice for himself.
Okay.
Sorry. Hi, what do you think?
It's at the sight of like the gross finger shaking. Rosha just like goes outside. It's like, y'all have fun cleaning up in here. I'm gonna go outside.
You take a second and step outside into the still wilderness that surrounds Cragmaw Keep, and its sort of swampy demesne, there's a strange sense of familiarity between here and home for you, and you breathe for a moment. The crisp fall air is refreshing, and there is a few moments that pass where you're just like glad that you helped these people, but also these people are fucking crazy and almost all died in there.
You're a little the I don't know, just get. She's just like starts shaking her head and like massaging her temple. It's like kids these days.
It's all these violent video games.
And like
I
through
hear
the still,
static when
that's what you get for taking those violent photos. You know, gets in your
Yeah.
brain.
Truly.
truly.
It's like after a quiet moment of like sitting by herself and like whatever everybody else is doing, like while she's doing this, she like takes this long breath and she just like gives this really loud, long whistle and just calls out, "Stoker!" and like sees if she can summon back like her cart, like from where Stoker is.
Okay. So as you let this whistle out that sort of rings through the trees for a moment and hangs in the air, you take a few minutes to breathe, relax, and wait for your ox to approach. The rest of
Get
you
that
in the
swamp
interior
energy.
of the castle, what are you doing?
I can go find Gundren.
Is he? I'm wondering if he's close enough that we could just yell and he would hear us.
All of
I
you
don't know.
probably heard that whistle as well, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Assuming he was running that whole time, I don't mind going out and finding him while you guys loot, or if we all want to, if you want me to grab him and then we can rifle through the stuff together. I know I can run the fastest, and I can probably track him down if he's still running.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You feel okay going out there alone?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I can get away. I can, if something scary happens, I can.
All right. I'm gonna put like some like juicy like smashed up good berries just in his paw.
They're the candy bar that's been at the bottom of the purse for like 2 months.
It's got some lint on it.
They're still good.
Okay. All right, and then I will run off, and I'll use my feline agility and dash.
Okay. As you take off into the woods in search of Gundren, we will get to you in just a moment.
Sure.
The rest of you inside the castle, if you're beginning to loot, let me know who's looking at which corpse and make investigation checks for me.
Ambrose?
Trusting that my friends can loot dead bodies on their own. They're capable adults. I trust them for the most part. I'd like to peek.
Huge slam out of nowhere.
I'd like to peek through the door where all the dead goblins are. Like having seen this this evil tentacled creature climb through, and I want to see where it came from.
Sure. Let me pull up.
Would I feel a like deja vu at all from the dream previously, or?
As you sort of make your way over to this chamber and step inside, you definitely recognize this space, but you also know this is not the space where the dream's majority took place. Make a history check for me, or just a straight intelligence check, whichever you would like, to see how well you can remember your dream and which way the dream's vision took you from here.
Let's do intelligence.
Okay.
That is a 14.
14. You distinctly recall it pushing through one of the two curtains to the north. A space that I don't think anyone has yet seen in this castle.
Yeah. I mean, everybody can see that I'm going through this door, so I don't need to think I need to like call out and be like, "Hey, come get me." in 10
Additionally,
minutes,
just
come
because
back."
I don't think anybody's really stepped foot into here except for you, Oleander, last episode, as a reminder, the room that you're currently in is sort of a high, narrow hall that looks like it might have been part of a chapel or a shrine at one point. And sort of on the upper reaches of the wall around you, there's all of these sort of figures that are sculpted that look like these sort of angelic figures carved into the stone that are looking down on the floor below. To the north, there's the two heavy curtains that block a pair of sort of matching archways. And between the archways is a, and this is kind of hard to see because of all the dead bodies. Underneath that, there is a big stone brazier, like a big, like large, very ornately carved receptacle for like incense, coals, that sort of thing.
Okay. Can I get a closer look at that?
Sure. Go
Like,
ahead.
is it something I can pick up?
It looks like it's fixed to the floor, but if you'd like to sort of look around at it, you're welcome to.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and make a investigation check for me. Actually, you're taking your time on this. There's no hurry. If you just want to dig through for a moment, as you sort of push some of the coals around, you see there's a small piece of metal sort of sticking out of the dark ashes. And as you reach in to pick it up, it's this very small gold statuette of an elf. It looks like it is valuable, and it is very, very intricately crafted. And make an Arcana check for me.
Would it perhaps go upon a shelf?
No! This is not the Christmas episode.
It's literally just an elf on a shelf.
Oh my.
19.
19.
Ooh.
This has a very faint but persistent thrum of magic about it.
I will carefully put it in a bag that is not the finger bag.
Okay.
And keep looking around, and if you want to like break stuff up and like come back to me, feel free.
Sure. Now that you've grabbed that, Oleander, Glass, and Bree being the three remaining, or sorry, just Oleander and Bree being the two remaining inside the area with the majority of the sort of big bads. What do you want to do?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's get looting. I'm going to head over to that doppelganger first to see if there are any warlock-related treats upon her person.
Yeah, you just sort of drop down into a squat gracefully over its body and begin sort of picking through its belongings. As you do, you sort of immediately recognize that the large sort of machete-like sword with its pommel sort of wrapped in rope, that is a valuable object of some kind.
Whoa.
For sure. In addition to that, the bony, long, almost like spiral horn-like wand is also definitely an object of interest.
Treats for a ranger and a treat for me, mayhaps. Hey, Bree, do you want this big, wacky, curvy sword thing?
I'm like still on the floor cuddling with Winchester, and I like look over.
It looks really cool.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I want that.
All right. Then it's yours. I'll hang on to this for myself, and I twirl the wand between my bony demon fingers.
Awesome. As you are patting this body down, you find two additional things. The first is a small coin purse that is attached to the belt. That looks like it has a decent sum of money.
Nice.
And in addition to that, underneath the heavy black robes, you feel the rustle of chain. But as you rustle it, it makes no noise.
What?
Hmm.
Yo. What's up with that? I'm going to take a closer look at that. Can I do an investigation check for that, or?
You can just sort of pull back or rip off the robes on the outside of this doppelganger. Underneath the robes is a chain shirt. It looks very, very well crafted and is distinctly elven.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. I look back at Bree, and I kind of like look back at the doppelganger, and then I look back at Bree, and I'm kind of trying to like figure out like sizing, because I'm like, this might be more of a me. Well, no, we can get it tailored. Can you? Can you get chain tailored? I don't know if you can. That's not something you just drag into alterations and just add.
Yeah, you can't just hem chainmail.
Take some
Blacksmith.
links
yeah.
out.
And I mean, you know, I don't think baggy chainmail works as good. So, I mean, you would rock it, obviously, but
Oh my god.
might be an Oleander thing. If that's fine with you.
Oh, yeah, who took no hits.
So, you know, if I ever do take a hit, I want to be prepared. Okay, I'm a very fragile and delicate creature. I'm high maintenance.
Well, you say debris on the ground.
I love how all of your companions are like covered in blood and like dying, and you're just like,
Wow, that seemed pretty bad for everyone involved. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Woo, I broke a sweat.
Okay. Well, let's just, for one thing, take a look at what kind of armor it is, perhaps.
Yes, let's take a look at it, and then I'll save it for whoever in the group might need it most.
Boy, if only there was someone in our party who had Identify and could also just do all this stuff once we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not
so
know
the
No,
I'll just go ahead and tell
Oh,
you
no.
as DM the sword and the wand are both magical, and those will need identification. The chain is just elven chain. Anybody can look at that in D&D Beyond if you want to, or add it to your inventory, however you want to do that. It is basically a +1 bonus to armor class, and it has no proficiency requirements for armor whatsoever.
Cool.
I mean,
So that works for anyone, and it can be worn on top of or under armor.
Oh my
So-
god, that's so
All
good.
right.
This works really well for people who are proficient with no armor, like Ambrose might be, or anybody who just needs a +1 bonus.
Oh, well, I'll save it for my good buddy in Horny Squad, Ambrose.
Oh my god.
But that's in no way me telling you that's who it has to go to. I'm just saying, for the first time, this is a
but
piece of armor
that's a
that
good
he
suggestion.
could use.
Ambrose takes a lot of hits.
As I'm walking through the woods, I just think, I can't wait to get back and just decide who gets stuff later. And
Fine,
look forward to all my
fine.
collecting stuff now.
I like that Glass walks like this when he's doing feline agility, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that, but I'm like moving way faster than
It's
my
that like old like
Yeah.
going to the store animation where you're like,
exactly who Gundren is looking for to
Yeah.
meet him in the woods.
okay. Bree, did you
There
have
we
anything
go.
that you wanted to
Can't-
do? Because
oh,
you
sorry.
haven't. You're the only person who hasn't gotten to sort of take a turn in this after the battle stuff. Or you're
right.
just chilling on the floor recovering.
Yeah. I'm watching Oleander sift through everything that this doppelganger's got going on, and I'm gonna say there were a couple of years where I like had a lot of nightmares about those things. And
Drows. Or warlocks. I mean,
oh,
I won't
doppelgangers.
be offended. Oh, yeah, they're creepy.
And then I'm going to slowly get my ass up off the floor, and with Winchester, I'm going to wander over to where the bugbear is, and
Make your way
give
over to the
him a
gate.
good search.
And you pick around on the things that he has. It seems like he doesn't have a whole lot as far as worldly possessions go. You do know that a chunk of those possessions was already picked up and is on Glass's person at the moment. But in addition to that, his armor and his shield are things that could be taken.
Something tells me Bugbear and Halfling are not compatible armor sizes.
I believe armor in D&D is magic, though. And you can-
Right, yeah.
It is. Additionally, this armor is pretty much just a like smaller and then a much bigger spiked pauldron with like a leather harness. Excuse me. That looks like it could be adjusted and affixed to pretty much any body.
Ooh, very Mad Max.
Hmm?
I'll take it. Just take it.
So that is Warlord spiked armor. You can add that to your inventory.
God.
I think that's
Bree
what I called
is
it.
so Mad Max.
And then in addition to that, the shield itself is just a normal shield. What is with this music? Why is it playing all this Stranger Things
I
stuff?
like it. It's very full discovery music. I'm digging it.
Yeah, whatever. We'll leave it on. The shield itself is just looks like a basic shield, but it does have affixed to it all of the like spikes and stuff that have been sort of hewn and like welded onto its surface. If anyone is proficient with a shield, this gives the standard +2 bonus to AC. In addition to that, it looks like it is a weapon that could be used to deal damage in addition to just being a shield.
Cool.
Man, I'm gonna just take it for now.
Okay.
And
So that is the
Figure it out
Bulwark of
later.
the Tyrant.
what is it called?
Bulwark of the Tyrant.
Okay.
Sick name.
Very. Great. And then I think after that, I'm gonna go back through that other room to the east and do another search around there.
Okay. As you're peeking around here for a moment, let's jump back over to Ambrose. As Glass, you're still sort of pushing further north into the woods past Grove.
Come out, wherever you are, Gundren.
Continuing to search. Let's do this actually. While you're out there, we're gonna jump into taking turns with everybody else here. The skill challenge to find Gundren.
Oh, for me?
Yes. So this is unique in that it is a survival check to track him, and that each time you fail doing this because you're taking more time and he's probably continuing to run, the DC of a second check that I'm going to make goes up by 2. What happens on that second check is either good or bad for Gundren. So go ahead and make your yes.
So the check is like basically sneaking up on him.
You're trying to track where he went because he took off into the woods and you have no idea which direction he went.
Okay. I'm wondering if he's like afraid of anything and running from me, then I would maybe cast invisibility if that would stop him from running away from me. But if I wouldn't know that, then I could just roll the check.
I think it's less that he's afraid of you and more just that he was trying to put as much distance between himself and the castle. And I think that you knowing Gundren and him knowing you, seeing your face wouldn't be something that he would see as a threat.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So go ahead and make your survival check.
Come on, baby. One of my many skills. Oh, all right. 20.
20. Nice.
Wait, nat 20?
No.
Oh,
30.
dildo. Very good.
So that means this second check for me to determine if a good thing or a bad thing is happening to Gundren is just a flat 10 instead of a 12 with 1 failure or a 14 with 2 failures or so on and so forth. So who would like to roll this d20 for Gundren? Anything above a 10, he's fine. Anything below a 10, something else might be going on.
Should I just do it since I'm the one
If you'd
out
like
there?
to, go for it.
Come on, baby.
Did the music go out? I'm not getting anything for that.
Oh, it's just quiet,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay, Gundren. Be alive. Same exact roll. 18.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Gundren found $100.
It doesn't take you too long to sort of follow the trail of broken twigs and the muddy footprints through this swampy area that you clearly recognize as dwarvish. Eventually you come to a point where the footprints stop and you don't see him anywhere. But they do sort of lead up to this large tree, at the base of which is a big hollow. And as you sort of peek down to look inside you can see, again, unconscious, probably passed out from exhaustion, Gundren. Very much worse for wear, but alive.
Hey.
There's my baby boy.
Naked and afraid.
Truly.
Be very glad that you made a good check on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got those good berries.
Yeah, I do. I will
I'm a berry.
check to see if he's breathing, which I
Yes.
guess I surmised.
Oh, there's
Um,
music.
Ooh, yeah.
I will nudge him just to see if he is going to wake up when I touch him.
You sort of brush him, you just... And then just sort of jumps up, awake with a start. Not to his
He
feet,
hit
but
on the
like
hollow and died.
just sort of inside this, just sort of cowers back to the back of the hollow, and then recognizing you, just... Oi, Glass. Oh, it's good to see a friendly face. I can't believe you got me out of there.
It's good to see your face, buddy. You look alive.
That's about all I got left. Listen, there's very little time to waste here. We have to get back to your friends, grab them, and go.
Okay. Now, getting back there, no judgment. Is this walking side by side, or maybe one of us carries the other person without any shame?
He sort of crawls on his hands and knees out of this little hollow in the mud and stands up. This is just a sad, filthy little man at this point, with like one eye still swollen shut, and his beard is all just like frayed and full of like twigs and sticks from running through the woods. Like this, he looks like Castaway at this point. He begins to sort of stand up, and as he stands up, he's just like, I think I can walk. It's all right. I got a little turned around out here, though.
You did a really good job of surviving.
It's
And-
what a rock seeker does best. You can tell he's sort of like, his lower jaw is sort of trembling. There's still like this anxiety that's setting over him, and he's putting on a big face.
Have some good berries. I warmed them up for you.
Little nasty ass berry.
Very Ferris Bueller's Day Off with the gummy bears in the back of the bus. He just sort of like grabs his like slimy berry and like begins to eat it, and then just like very hungrily takes the rest of them. Yeah.
Oh.
So he's up 2 hit points. Awesome. And you begin to make your journey back towards the keep. On the journey, on the way there, you can tell that he is sort of looking over his shoulder at all times and anxious about heading back in that direction, but there's a familial trust between the two of you that he will follow you whichever direction you take him at this point.
Yeah. Just walking with him. Gundren, I'm really glad that we got you back.
I'm glad you got me back too. I
And
didn't think that anybody was coming for me. You're a good friend.
sorry it took us so long.
It's alright. Couldn't have been easy to find.
Sure weren't.
And with that, we will back over to the castle. Standing in this dark hallway with the 2 large archways covered in curtains ahead of you, Ambrose, having just dug a magical golden elf figurine out of this brazier. What would you like to do?
Could I take a quick look at the corpses that I've been like stepping over to dig through dirt for treasure.
Sure. Just sort of making a precursory glance at them. All of them are goblin. Most of them adorned in battle attire, some not so much. And then the one that's marked Y1 on your map at the current thing is the fat one that had the big apron on, the one that looked like the cook.
Okay. I can tell they were probably all killed by this evil creature.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Some of them, yes. Others look drowned in some sort of black viscous liquid, and many of them look as if they are bleeding from the ears and eyes.
Would I recognize what
That
killed
might
them?
have been Garrosh's Thunderwave for the bleeding from the ears and eyes, the viscous goop from Oleander, and then the few remaining ones look like they have been snacked on. Some of them sort of have their entrails strewn about from the creature that you had killed before.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a scene in here.
Yeah, that's nasty. I'm gonna step over their corpses and head towards the north end of this room. Use my mirthful leap to jump over these dead bodies of people who had families and friends.
Yes.
Use that holly jolly hop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
Your
really
lives
good.
are meaningless.
Ooh,
As
wow.
you step into this next chamber, you can tell that
That's a big one.
you have found the northern border of the castle from this direction. There is in the middle of the room a stone altar. It is covered with a black blood-stained cloth and golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, a censer, are all carefully arranged on top of the arch, or on top of the altar. This is immediately the altar that you recognize from your dream. And you can see sort of sticking out from behind the altar is a pool of blood and the feet of another goblin.
Oh. I would like to make my way over there, but can I take a glance at the door that's to the left? Like
Yeah,
where,
sure. If you want to,
Like, is it locked? Like, where does it go? Is that where the goblins
sure. If you just
came
want to try the handle, it is unlocked.
from? Okay, yeah. I want to take a peek in there.
Okay, as you peek in there, this looks like a storeroom.
Oh, okay, cool.
Looks like a lot of the supplies and stuff for the people that were inhabiting this castle were kept here. There is old casks of like salted meat and rotting grain. There's like that sort of putrid smell that hits your nose. That smell of like beer spilt on like a dive bar floor. That sort of smell. Among the supplies, there is a bloody suit of chainmail and a heavy crossbow. The crossbow has sort of emblazoned on its buttstock, like where you would press it against your shoulder, a symbol of Neverwinter that you immediately recognize.
Huh. I won't pick them up, but I will note that to tell the party later. And I want to cautiously peek around the back of this altar to look at what may or may not be left of a corpse back here.
Two of them, goblins, entirely just eviscerated by probably whatever that thing was.
Okay. Thanks. Were they ones that I would have remembered from the little cafeteria where I was whacking people in the head?
They're not.
Okay.
They are, through the viscera, you're able to see that one of them is wearing a, sorry, once I can flip back to this thing here. One of them is wearing this sort of heavy dark robe that looks like it is a holy vestment of some kind, and the other is wearing similar vestments but less ornate.
Okay. Do they have any like identifying symbols or anything, or is it just I can tell they're holy?
Make a religion check.
$11.
11. They both bear on one of them broken from the attack, the other still clinging to its neck on chains, symbols of Malglubiet, which you recognize to be the Goblin Lord.
Okay.
Which also, sort of looking around the space, seems like what this altar has been used to worship.
Okay. Is that the one that I would recognize from my dream? I don't think it is, right?
It is not.
Okay.
What you remember from your dream is that something reached out to you and it seemed like it needed your help. And you got a glimpse sort of beneath these black cloths that cover this altar that gave you a glimpse at a symbol of Ogma, the god of knowledge.
Okay. Can I take a oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to take a closer look at this altar and the items on it. Like, has it been recently used, or?
It looks like it has been used sometime within the last several days, but probably not today or the day before. On top of it, the golden chalice, knife, and censer are they look valuable. They are made of gold. They are definitely something worth taking with you if you would like to. But as you sort of glance at the altar, it basically just looks like the goblins took an altar to Ogma and covered it with sort of holy symbols and began using it for whatever foul practices that they were doing in here. It is desecrated.
Are they like kind of like scribbled on with Sharpie?
More so with bloody handprints, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Firstly, can I take my quarterstaff and kind of give the items on top of the altar like a little tap just to see if it's like trapped or anything?
Sure, you sort of take your quarterstaff and reach out slowly, and as you poke at one of them, and then the other, and the third, no reaction.
Okay. I will pick whichever one is closest to me up and then back away very quickly.
Okay. As you reach forward and grab the censer, this sort of thing made to burn incense in and shake around, you pick it up and immediately step back. The metal's cold in your hand, but there's nothing that seems to happen.
Okay. Does it look like looking at it, can I tell if it's one that's for this goblin lord or one that was previously used for Ogma?
Make a history check.
Sorry, this is complicated. I want to cover all the bases.
No, that's okay. You're doing good research. You're doing wizard stuff.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
19? No. Human-made, for sure. You know that.
Okay. I will grab the other two then
Okay.
and
As
put
you
them in a bag.
clutch them up. Those are
Yours
worth
now.
a good deal.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, go ahead and write this down if you have notes that you're taking at the moment.
Yeah.
Chalice is worth 150 gold.
Oh.
The
Wow.
knife is worth 60 gold. And the censer is worth 120 gold.
Oh, shit.
Sick. Okay. Okay. After stashing those in my bag, could I, maybe feeling like a little like bad for this previous deity, could I take part of my cloak and kind of like rub off some of the blood part of the altar?
Sure, yeah. As you sort of throw back some of the black, bloody cloths that drape over it, turning this from like a stone altar of Ogma into this sort of almost Halloweenish, like, sacrifice table in the center of the room, and push those back. The top of the altar is stained dark with blood, and as you sort of begin to scrub, you feel almost compelled to continue. Not maliciously, but there's almost like a serotonin rush from doing it.
Yeah!
Get that spring cleaning bug.
Just
Relax.
cackling and
Whole
cleaning.
temple.
And as you continue to clean this desecrated altar, Oleander, what are you up to?
Oh.
I would like to investigate the items that I have pulled off of the dead drow.
Okay.
Or doppelganger. Identify them. You know?
The identify spell will reveal magical properties, but you could definitely get like a good look at the sort of physical properties of them if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Sure.
That
So
would be, I guess that'd be investigation then.
no, you can just sort of turn them over in your hands for this. You already have them in your possession. There's no impending rush here. Take your time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
as you sort of turn the wand over in your hand, it's light and well balanced, and it reminds you less so of a creature than it does of horns that you have seen in illustrations and holy texts, especially among your family and the deities that many of them and their colleagues worship.
Eldritch shit. Okay.
Devil shit, specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. This thing looks like I can put it to some good use.
Sword.
Additionally,
What about the sword?
the
sorry.
sword looks like it is this sort of long, sort of almost rectangular, but just very slightly wider at the business end than it is at the grip end. And where it ends, there's this almost like concave circle carved out to where it almost forms a
Right.
fork. And then the handle is wrapped in rope.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
a
the
weird-looking
pommel
sword.
is just almost like a perfect half sphere of just solid brass. It's
Wow.
it's a weirdly
Sort of killing.
like obtuse item. Like this looks like it is equally good at slashing and just hitting because it is heavy when you pick it up. But it also, the balance of it, the way it's weighted, the amount of steel that's put into the handle versus the blade itself, it's easy to control. Excuse me
Okay.
for a second.
Interesting. Oh, sorry. All right. Okay. Well, I think that the gang wanted to like divvy these other two. I know Bree wanted the sword, and we're gonna see if maybe like Glass or Ambrose wants the elven
Elven chain.
stuff. But
No.
I'm definitely keeping this wand, and if I can find somebody maybe back in BG City who can do it, I think this thing would make a fantastic fountain pen. And then it's stylish and functional,
on.
you know?
Awesome.
Good.
Make
Yeah,
an Arcana
so I-
check for me really fast. Olivia.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, that's going to be a 13.
13. As you turn the wand over in your hand, there's a like heavy thrum of some sort of powerful magic from within it.
Damn.
And your previous thoughts about turning this into a fountain pen are immediately erased with a excitement over what this thing could do.
Okay. Okay. Can I, let's see. Yeah. Can I try like testing it out a little bit? Like can I fire off like a pot shot across like maybe like the opposite wall or something?
You can, but you would need to attune to it first, a process which would take about an hour.
Oh, okay. So I'll put that in my pack for now
Okay.
and attune to it later when we rest.
Sounds good.
In that case, I'm going to wander over to the little chapel area, stick my head through, and say like, "Hey, Ambrose, you need any help in there?"
You step in. You don't see him.
What,
Oh, right.
Ambrose?
Just a big open hall full of corpses and two curtains to the north and a door to the west.
I think I finally scared him off. It's bound to happen eventually. Can't I be more good with people?
I love the idea that Ambrose is like, nope, fuck this. I'm out of here after this battle.
Bye.
Okay.
Finally, I can shake them
Okay.
all off.
I'm going to go and try to look in the room to the west of this room, directly across from me,
Okay. As you
in
walk
search of
over
Ambrose.
and open this door, you look, and now you can see directly out the front broken doors of the castle.
Oh, wow! So this is if we had done the normal way to do this this level. That's where it would have come in.
Mhm.
That's correct.
Huh.
Hey.
All right. Anything going on in this foyer?
Let me look up the foyer description for you.
Ambrose, I'm sorry if I maybe killed a few of those goblins, but they were being very mean to me.
I'm just over here, just vibing, having a great time.
Really in the cleaning mode.
Yeah.
Are you
I'll come at my fugue.
okay? As you sort of glance into this chamber, it's hard to see much, but you can see at least one door on the wall to your south, and the main doors that are open ahead of you. Are you moving forward into this space? Or are you going?
I'd like to
somewhere
move forward into the space. Yes.
Okay. As you do, you feel something catch your ankle.
Oh. Shit.
Oh, it's a trap. Is
Oh.
I need you to make a dex save for me, please.
Amazing.
oh
Every time without fail.
Why is it
I'm going to tell you, folks.
Ah, my old
Down
enemy.
here.
Gundren, when we get back there, everything's going to be okay. We're not going to find any of our teammates decapitated.
Knowing how Oleander has rolled in the past, I don't have high hopes.
Hey, knock on wood.
Yeah, true. All right, dex save. That's going to be +2. So come on, don't embarrass me. Oh my Christ, that's going to be an 8.
Fortunately, the DC was 10. As
Oh,
the wire that has caught your ankle tugs at a complex system of other wires in the room, the floor immediately below you gives out into a pit.
Amazing.
oh my enemy!
I swear
Every
to
My
God.
time.
mortal nemesis pit!
Ye old
Amazing.
mortal enemy.
Why?
You will never leave the pit.
Why would I be cursed like this?
You do
None of
take
us-
6 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall into the bottom, and
How many?
are 6 points.
60.
And you are now about 10 feet down in rubble and all of the sort of dust and stones and bits of sort of like bamboo and sticks that were concealing this pit in the floor before. This is something you would have dealt with if you came in this direction, and it's
Yeah,
still
That's
there.
true.
You didn't.
This is what happens when you go backwards through a
Yep.
castle.
Yeah.
Prefer that, honestly, instead of being stuck in a pit.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, lucky
during
you.
combat. Yeah, hell no.
Must be real nice for you.
Did you let out any sort of like a cry or anything when you fell into the pit that anybody would have heard, or are you just like sort of
Yeah,
silently
I just
stoically
do a little.
following? Okay.
Not again.
Bree and Ambrose, you definitely just heard Oleander's voice from the other room.
Awoken from my fugue. I'm like, oh, pits, huh?
And like, this wasn't my vision. I should have told her.
It's gotta be another pit.
Just so
Hello.
there's some clarity here.
Oh
The
my
pit
gosh.
itself was stationed over. Oops. I thought that was going to fill
Damn
in,
it.
but I'll just put a red X. It was
Should
stationed
have checked for
over
traps.
those 4 squares there.
Traps don't just turn off once you've defeated all the enemies. Should have checked
Mhm.
for traps.
Did we want to do this now or continue to go around the people?
I thought at first you were like, do we want to rescue Oleander now, Debris, or do we want to like keep looking around?
No, we should just leave Oleander in the hole to die.
Yeah.
Great plan.
Should we leave her down there to learn a lesson, or should we just like keep
Majority
looking around?
You know she's gonna fail like 3 more stages. We should
No,
just
if
do it.
you just heard a loud cry, if you would like to go try to do something to help her, you are more than welcome to. Either of you.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to get back to Grosha or Gundren.
At this point, I picture Grosha sort of waiting out front for your steed to arrive, and it's only been, I would say, like a minute or two, maybe 3 minutes.
Oh.
So, yeah,
I thought it was much longer.
yeah, it's like combat when we're taking turns like this. Everything's sort of
Okay.
simultaneous.
Okay, I just need to make sure.
But
She
yeah,
might have heard something like probably is just guessing like what? Probably and
Grandma's
like
comfy.
you do
Grandma's
hear the
comfy,
crunch
so
and
she's like-
snap of twigs ahead of you. Twix, candy bars. Twigs
Ooh,
ahead of
yummy.
you. And for a minute, you're put on guard, and then that guard immediately is dispelled as you watch as Glass and Gundren sort of emerge from the brush.
And
Well-
that's when she jumped through the moonbeam.
That's insane. I can't believe. Is she all right?
I cast it again.
She is alive.
I can't believe you went through all this for me. And who's
We
your
like you.
who's your friend over there?
Oh, Mama Grosha.
Oh, that's the moonbeam. Got it.
She also makes really good soup.
He just his eyes just sort of like fade into the distance. You can tell he is immediately daydreaming about food. Okay. At this point, anybody can do whatever they would like to in whatever order. Everybody's sort of reconvened back at the castle at this point. What would you like to do?
Can I go help Oleander?
Please.
I would say, Ambrose, you get about halfway through cleaning this, and you're finding it a little difficult to pull yourself away from the work because it is so enthralling. But you do so. It doesn't keep you there. There's no saves or anything going on, but you have this deep urge to return to your work. So as you make your way over out of this room, over to the empty door, or the open door now, you see down maybe 4 feet below the edge of the pit are Oleander's horns.
I take my quarter
Poke
staff
him up.
and I tap one of the horns and say, "Hey, so this is what we would have seen from the front, huh?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want any help, or should I leave?"
I could use a little, yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
Just looking at stuff. It's wizard shit. Don't worry about it.
I was in there. You walked into the room, and then I went into the room, and you weren't there. What the hell?
Yeah, because there's other exits to the room. I mean, you found one.
I guess I didn't have time to check the others. That's my
Yeah.
fault. All right. Uppy Daisy.
Okay.
Athletics check with advantage since you're being helped by Ambrose.
Thank you. Okay, that's going to be a 4.
That was with
the
advantage.
advantage.
With advantage?
With advantage. And that is a... That's a 8. So I have an 8. Fuck off! Oh, here we go again. I'm going to be here for hours.
Do I have to roll anything?
If you want to sort of try to lay down and just toss a hand down and pull up, you can go ahead and make an athletics check.
I was going to
at this
put
point,
my
but this is
staff
just a
in the-
straight check to pull her up.
My athletics stat is also sad, so we'll see how horny
boy.
Creek gets out of
Is
this
this
one. Oh! It's a dirty 20.
Grab my hand and flip me into the air.
Yeah, Ambrose just goes prone, tosses an
Yeah.
arm down, and then just like curls you, like straight curls you up.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a 19.
Do you lift, bro? What the hell?
How else does he do those mirthful leaps?
Yeah,
I got a
truly.
lot
That's
of upper body strength.
That's pretty mirthful.
And
like
you
kissing the
find
sides
your
all the
way
way out.
out of the pit trap. Dusty, a little bruised up, but otherwise okay.
Hi.
I go to help pat her off, but I imagine she like just kind of pushes me away. Just
No,
like, don't.
I got this. I got this. Please allow me my dignity at least.
Okay.
Thank you.
No sooner than pulling Oleander out, Ambrose, you were just like, I should really go finish cleaning that all.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I gotta go to the little goat's room.
Well, don't let me keep
I
you.
skip away.
As you mirthful leap away into the other room. And you watch
Does it
as
go?
Ambrose
No.
disappears through a curtain, and Oleander, you immediately just kind of go, that exit. Yeah. Okay. Ambrose, as you return to your work, it only takes you another couple of minutes or so. As you sort of wipe the last little blood stain off of this altar, you just hear, "Thank you. Take my blessing and go."
Oh.
And as such, you are blessed by Ogma. This
Oh, yeah.
takes the form of... Let's see. I wrote this down somewhere. Where did it go? You may look in items. It's not really an item, but it is a blessing to equip it and see what it does. It is called Blessing of Restoration.
On D&D Beyond, do it. Don't do me. There we go.
And this is something you don't need to identify because it just happens to you and you innately understand how it
Right.
works.
That was Blessing of Restoration?
Mhm.
Not seeing it.
Let me make sure that it is available for you.
Yeah, it might not be. It's
Okay.
not a. It would be under like manage equipment and add items, right?
Yeah. Let me...
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Okay. I'll grab it again and make sure that it's in there.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you, what would you like to be doing at the moment?
I will just walk back in with Gundren and try and see where everyone's at. I guess I would maybe be doing a cursory look over, the less exciting guys in case that,
Yeah.
we missed anything on them.
Okay. Just make a general investigation check, and we'll just toss it all together here for the sake of not going through each one individually.
17.
This isn't-
I'm sorry. It's Charm of Restoration, not Blessing.
Oh, okay.
I typed it down wrong on my notes. So as you glance around at the other bodies, you do find a total of... Wow, I rolled really good for that. Cool. 16 more gold. Spread across them. And aside from that, pretty scant supplies here. Goblin weapons, goblin armor, not in the best quality, unless you specifically want any of those sort of things for any other purpose. But yeah.
Use Fox as currency.
Bugs.
That's the goblins. Nope. Okay.
Grosha's still sort of leaning outside, watching Glass and Gundren make their way inside, eventually sort of trundling around the corner. Here comes Stoker from far in the distance with seemingly no reason to hurry.
Yeah, he's taking his time, and like Grosha's been sitting there, like kind of twirling the bottom of her big like club staff, doing that like very specific Gandalf whistle from when he's summoning the big cool horse. Or she's just kind of like calling him back, but there's a little bit of an ethereal touch, especially considering she's like in her element around this swamp castle apparently. So she's just been kind of like, and he starts coming up over the edge, and she's like, "Here you are," and she gets up, like, "Oh, there you are." He knew exactly where to go, and then like, what time is it still? This fight didn't it feels like a long time. It was like noon when we got
You
there,
started scouting at noon. I would say at
Okay.
this point, given everything that's happened, it's like 1:32 at the
Okay.
most. But this was a quick series of events that just took a long time because there was a lot going on.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think while everybody, like, not even announcing it, just like instinctually, she goes over, like, once Stoker, like, eventually, like, trots or fumbles his way over, she, like, mushes his big head, and she's like, "Why don't we make everybody lunch?" And doesn't even, like, ask anybody, she just starts in on it.
Okay. Make
Just
your
some
way to
little-
the
no-
back of the
nothing-
cart and pull out all of your little
Yeah.
kitchenette and utensils and stuff and begin to cook.
Yeah, I spend 5 rations on that because it's not as grandiose as the fish was, but something like a really hearty like miso or something.
Hell yeah.
Yum. Oh my god, I'm so hungry right now. That sounds great.
Yeah, same, honestly.
I'm sorry.
Awesome. Okay. As the rest of you sort of reconvene, anything anybody else would like to do at all at this castle before you go? There was the items that you saw in that storeroom. There's a few areas at the front of the castle that you haven't yet looked at, but as such, they may still contain dangers. There's also the furthest southeastern tower that has not yet been explored, from which inside you had heard some other sort of creature stirring when you had first scanned the castle.
I do think we should explore more. But I did want to ask, who's got the map right now? Is that still Glass? Okay, cool. Okay.
And I would assume that you ensured Gundren that you already have the map and stuff when you were walking back with him, right? Yeah. Because
Yeah, I think
his
we-
first
yeah.
concern.
Yeah. Can I? So I'm in this far right room here. Me and Winchester.
Yeah.
I want to peek in that little, on the other side of that northern door, and what I imagine is some kind of storeroom or something.
Sure. You keep losing my spot here.
And I imagine I just am like keeping a hand on Winchester because I'm feeling kind of shaken, and I'm like sniffling and kind of sticky from the evil tentacle monster still.
Yeah. So as you sort of open this other door here to the north, just clinging on to Winchester for strength, inside, this just sort of opens to rubble, and then high up there is sort of a gap in the wall, but it looks like it's sort of covered on the outside by like vines and growth. It just looks like an area that's been caved in. You're sort of looking at like an area where the wall caved in inwardly, and then on the outside of that, like vines sort of grew over the front, masking it from being able to be seen.
Gotcha.
From the outside. There's just a little bit of daylight sort of filtering through all the vertical vines that are there, and aside from that, the room looks relatively unused, aside from cobwebs and dust and stones.
Okay. Cool. Me and Winchester will just wander back to where everybody else is.
Okie dokie. As you all sort of reconvene outside, stepping your way up, unless anybody else is continuing to search around the castle for anything.
I was going to say, if Ambrose is done polishing his rock, I'd love to team up with him to check out the northwestern corner of this castle. Ideally, while checking for traps first.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, so the two of
Yes.
you make your way up here to this door that you had already opened, Ambrose, and saw was a storeroom with 2 doors leading out of it to the south and to the west. Go ahead and do your check for traps, and then let me know which door you'd like to go through.
Yeah.
Should we both roll, or?
Yeah, you can both roll. That's fine.
Okay. What stat would that be?
Perception.
Oh, okay.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Nice. You peer around. Aside from the stores here that look like they're spoiled, and then that relatively nice but old blood-covered chainmail, and the large, heavy crossbow, you don't really see much else here that looks all that useful. Or dangerous.
Okay. Tell me more about this large, heavy crossbow.
It is precisely that. It is a heavy crossbow by D&D game standards. But in the buttstock of it is sort of burned into the wood the symbol of the city of Neverwinter.
Right. Did any of us want to grab that?
It's probably larger than my body, so
Yeah.
you could always pick it up and take it back to the pile.
It's usable
Yeah,
by
alright.
anybody who has proficiency with a crossbow, but it is two-handed. It just is good in that it has a very long range and does a D10 instead of a D8 or D6 for damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not proficient with crossbows, so.
I am, so maybe grab it.
Well, hey, I'll grab it and bring it back to you. If you'd like a
use the
gigantic, big old
I might want a big
fantasy
gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's glass with a gun.
I am proficient, but I have plenty of like ranged attacks, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I use a crossbow, so I'll use that crossbow.
We call them our glass cannons.
Glass, are you proficient with martial weapons? Or just simple
Uh,
weapons?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, so it is a martial weapon. It is a more heavy-duty version, unfortunately.
oh, okay.
Now, I don't think that anybody here would be proficient with this,
No.
but
No.
I need... actually, Oleander and Ambrose, since you're the two seeing this right now, make history checks for me.
Okie doke. I am proficient in history.
Nice.
So
I am as well.
Ooh, that's going to be a 22 for me.
Nice.
My brain is huge and throbbing.
It's just a regular 20.
The two of you sort of arrive at this conclusion together, though Oleander just a little bit ahead of Ambrose for the first time in a minute on these sorts of things.
Yeah!
Feels good. Bloody chainmail, crossbow, symbol of Neverwinter. All of the places, or all of the things that you saw in Ymek's old cave were taken. This might be Sildar's.
We should return these things to our good friend Sildar.
We should wash them off first, but yes.
Yes. I mean, obviously after that. But yes,
Amen.
after that, for sure. For sure. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's Amber's thing now.
Yeah, like, I felt really good.
Cleaning
when I
everything.
cleaned that other place.
Listen, I've always been a clean little guy, but I wouldn't want to putting bloody chainmail back on somebody that you know and appreciate is probably a bad idea.
This blood is yours, right? Wow. Memories.
Scoop 'em up.
Incredible. Okay, so as you scoop those things up, it doesn't look like there's anything else of use, or at least not that's been spoiled in this room. There are the two other doors if you want to continue to explore, or you can rejoin with the group. What would you like to do?
Could we each check a door?
Yeah, let's each check a door.
Sure. You each make your way up to the doors.
Yeah.
Oleander, the one that you arrive at the south, leads into the room where you can see the open pit that you had just fallen into, and across from that, it looks like a sort of matching set of doors. Ambrose, you look into barracks. In this room, there are cots, various bunks. Doesn't look like anybody has used this in a while.
Okay. Probably not anything of value in there. Can I still give a little poke around the cots with my staff?
Sure, no problem. Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 10.
As you make your way into the room, you don't really see anything of value. You turn around to leave, and on the wall, the same wall as the door was, there's weapon racks.
Oh!
Spears, long swords, morning stars, great swords, a quarterstaff that looks particularly nice. But aside from that, nothing else of value in the room.
I call out to Oleander. Hey, there's some pointy shit in here.
Ooh, pointy shit. Hello, hello.
I don't know if you need any, but I mean, I assume I would be able to tell they're in like decent condition. Might be something to let everybody else know about.
Yeah. I mean, they can come in and pick and choose.
Yeah. Just making a mental map of all the shit we can steal.
Yeah. Well,
We're the good guys
Yeah, we're good. I mean, nobody's using it now.
exactly.
because
Just
we
murdered them.
Well, I mean, it was that
In self-defense.
little guy.
I just tell they were
It's a
evil.
rescue mission. Anyways, I'm a little bit. Oleander's a little bit hesitant about stepping back into this front hallway, but Surely they wouldn't waste the time on 2 pit traps in one room now, would they?
Did you want me to go first?
No. I've got this.
Or are you going to check for?
Famous
Check.
last words.
I'll check for traps.
There you
Go
go.
ahead and check for traps. Make a perception
Watch, it's
check
like
for
a
me.
1.
Will be a 4.
I don't see any traps.
See, it's fine. They probably didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They had the one trap to catch people going through the front. Why would they even put one to the side? I step in to the south.
To the trap.
The floor does not give way, and no wires snatch at your ankles.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
Okay. Nice.
I let out like a audible sigh.
Just to say, if you wanted, Ambrose, the everything in that room is just sort of weapons. If anybody wanted an extra weapon, that's fine, except for the quarterstaff that you saw in there. It looked particularly nice and was engraved with like sort of all these designs of feathers across it. If not for use, it does look like it could at least be sold for a decent sum.
Okay, I thought you meant like it was in like really good condition. I'll pick that up on my way out.
Okay. You got that. And the two of you have another door down here, and then what looks like sort of a symmetrical setup on the southern tower here ahead of you, but also a door that does lead into, using your sort of mental map, what looks like it would have been that sort of banquet hall area.
All right. You wanna take one through? I'll take the other.
Yeah, let's check these last 2 doors, and then we should probably go back and get everyone before we like actually fall into a pit.
Yeah, that might be a
And
wise
maybe you can
idea.
help
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoy your company,
Actually, that would be open as well. This is just an archer post. It looks like there was probably someone stationed here at the front. Had you come in this direction, they might have seen you, but they are no longer there.
Okay.
And then making your way southward, you can immediately see into an identical one here to the west as well. And then there's a door directly to your south if you'd like to go there.
Yeah, sure. Let's check it out.
yeah, let's check that one.
Opening this room, you come into what looks like another set of similar ruined barracks. This one does not have the sort of weapon rack on the wall as you begin to explore it for a bit, but stepping into this chamber, you can see the large, wide open space of the banquet hall before you. The large block of stone still blocking the door to the furthest east. And aside from that, and all the dirty dishes sort of left mid-meal on the table, you are reminded immediately of the swiftness and impunity with which you sort of dealt with all of these creatures, that they didn't even get to finish whatever their last meal was.
Damn. Nice work back there with that stone, Abby.
Yeah, I feel kind of guilty now, actually.
They were gonna kill us, and also they besmirched that altar. So you know.
I mean, I don't think you would know about that.
Oh well, they made a mess of the place. They look like messy eaters. They probably weren't gonna clean up after themselves.
I looked down at like one of these like wooden tables, and maybe there's like a fucking carved into the side. There's like a Gobbo was here, like carved it with like a fork, and I feel really bad.
Yeah,
Olivia, do you have a Gobbo named Gobbo the Goblin?
Gobbo and MJ forever.
No. Oh, Goblin romance.
Oh, the guilt trip
My
begins.
weakness.
There's a lot of graffiti for sure. It is almost all profanities in Goblin.
That's so cool, though. I love it when they swear.
Third for president.
There's a
All right,
diary
let's-
entry carved into one. It's like, made fun of Droop again today. It was great. I wonder where he
Nice
went.
group. He is
Oh,
a king
fuck
now.
man.
He is a kid.
Okay.
Group, we killed all the people who.
With that,
Holy
as you all gather up outside and make your way out of the keep for the last time, the smell of Grosh's cooking has warmed the area. Are you going to stop here and eat just on the exterior of the castle here, or move on somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This seems nice.
Good, I think.
You all
Yeah.
sit down to eat. What did you make?
Made kind of like I was saying earlier, like a really thick, almost like a miso like paste soup, somewhere between like porridge and a soup with some rice that was made up, just something like really hearty because she like watched Gundren go inside and she's just like, so something hearty enough to make last the trip to wherever they came back from, but nothing too fancy like the stew was. So just enough.
Yeah. As you pass Gundren a bowl, he digs into it like a wild animal, and shortly after finishing it, quickly helps himself to a second helping. But I imagine you made plenty for everyone.
Yeah.
As soon as he sort of finishes that and sits down with his back against one of the rocky walls, is there anything anybody wanted to talk about during the meal?
How was
that
it?
was pretty wild, huh?
We found some stuff.
What happened to the drow? She did not look like herself.
No, I haven't used that in quite a while, and all sorts of things can happen when you call down moonbeam and such.
Yeah, that was scary.
Would the DM question? Would I know what a doppelganger is, or would I need to do a check for that?
Make an Arcana check. It's a low DC.
Arcana check. Let me
They're
see
kind of
what-
well known as boogeymen
Okay.
everywhere.
Arcana check, right? It's a 3
And 3.
plus nothing.
You've heard stories about them as boogeymen, but you probably wouldn't
Mm.
recognize this as one.
Okay.
Boogeyman.
That was certainly something. It's got a nice way of dredging up true faces and such. We used to use it when we were night fishing, and we'd want to catch some ray sharks out in the bay. It certainly brought some things to light.
What did you do? Cook the fish in the bay? Jesus.
Oh God! Well,
Dynamite them out.
yeah, that's a version of fishing. No, you don't. No. You don't. Kill it out there. You use it as like a herding. You bring it closer and closer to the coast. You get somebody with a net there. Gets it. Works every time.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool spell.
Listen.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty impressive.
I tried to grab you. I promise. I tried. You ran so fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty fast.
You are.
Yeah, so fast.
Ambrose, what did you have?
Oh, I was just gonna ask. This spell is like a druid only spell, right? This wouldn't be something that I could nudge Grosha about and be like, hey, could you show me your sick tricks?
I don't think so, because usually for a wizard you need to have the spell in written form. And
Yeah,
druids
okay.
cast
Just
through
like
sort of a communion with nature as opposed to
Okay.
a written form.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
It's
okay.
not. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to learn it
Yeah.
through other means, but it would be hard for her to teach it to you because your methods
Yeah.
are so different.
I do sit and fantasize about how cool it would be to call down lasers from the sky to smite my enemies.
I was just about to say, wizards definitely don't have enough spells in this game, so.
I'm
definitely
holding
not.
my 2 books and like 1/4 staff, and then like Yarno staff in my teeth. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, I think you have more than
Wizards go bad.
yeah, you have
I
more than
wonder.
like 10 spells that you have available that you haven't even had a chance to transcribe yet. So
The way that Grosha would write it down would be like, gets a piece of paper, draws 1, think real hard about the moon, and then number 2, big like cone drawing.
as you're laughing and sort of joking around here and just sort of reveling in that sort of rush of not being dead, you can see that Gundren has just been sort of, after he finished his meal, sort of set his bowl to the side and just been sort of sitting there sort of staring back and forth, his eyes sort of tracing shapes on the ground, thinking really hard about something. He says, I didn't want to rush you because you deserve the rest, but we're kind of against a ticking clock here. I don't
Yeah.
know what your plans are from here, but... Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you, all of you, for what you did today, because that was not a small feat. And secondly, I'd like to ask if I could hire you again to escort me back to Phandalin, for old time's sake.
Yeah, sure, we can do that.
You might be good at that.
I think you might be. Listen,
What's this ticking clock you're speaking of?
Something gonna explode.
I've been in that chamber, listening to Grohl and whatever that drow was that you say is some sort of doppelganger. Conversing, discussing plans. That short, bald man with the fancy staff that you carry came in several occasions. They had a lot to say. I feigned sleep or unconsciousness a lot of the time, tried to listen. But what I've got so far, at least as far as I can put it together, is that whoever this Black Spider is, I trust the name's familiar to you. They already read the map. They already know where the Forge of Spells is. They're at Wave Echo Cave.
Gosh.
And if you're not able to get there and secure that forge before they do, I can't imagine.
Well,
Oh,
You need to know
I
that
didn't know they
that,
were already there.
You need to know that that forge is immensely powerful. It can create magic items that I can't even dream of, at least in theory. I haven't tested it, haven't even been so far in. The place is so crawling with undead and monsters that I've not had a chance to explore. I left my brothers there last, haven't seen them since. If the spider's there, I am not sure if they're alive anymore. And he just sort
Wow.
of goes silent and starts staring at the ground and thinking after saying that.
Did we want to roll out the map and take a good hard look?
Yeah.
yeah. I will pull it out of the bag of holding.
So you reach in and think about the map. You feel your hand wrap around the familiar curled parchment, and as you pull it out, lay it out in front of all of you on the ground, and you all sort of circle around to take a peek at it. Several of you let out an audible groan as you look at the map.
Oh no.
Wave Echo Cave is no more than 3 or 4 miles south of Phandalin.
Oh my god.
This is like if something was right under my nose.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Last
Well,
place we
well,
thought to
looks
look,
like-
of course. Well,
So
Do you think Phandalin like gets like sick from the magic?
like dripping into the groundwater? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Dang.
Aaron Brockovich. Anyway.
Julia Roberts, we love you.
Yeah. Well, as my stepmother used to tell me, it's high time that we start smashing these tragedies we call ass cheeks together and get the hell back to Phandalin, because it seems like we've got our work cut out for us.
Your stepmother said some. I would love to hear what else she had to say.
No, you wouldn't.
Speak for yourself, Holy
I will
Andrew.
take psychic damage if I hear more.
So
Oh, good.
we've got a long trip back to Phandalin ahead of us. And I promise I've got coin for you when you get there. It's the least I can do, I know. I'm sorry, but
Fine. Your old pal Sildar is back there too.
he made it out.
Yeah.
He just
He's
sort of
okay.
breathes like a visible sigh of relief. Can only hope the same's true of my brothers.
Yeah.
Sildar made it out.
Yeah, Sildar made it out.
Sildar made it out. We got
Sildar
him.
is alive.
Mostly unharmed.
You're alive.
Uh-huh.
He's yeah,
Then
sorry.
nothing.
Yep.
We did break up the band of slavers. Yeah,
Oh, those red cloak blasters that were all always.
yeah. We got them.
Good.
They're
Fuck 'em.
They're done. Yeah.
Didn't we put those on again or something? Like, keep
Oh yeah,
thinking,
you
like,
are probably all wearing them still.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I mean,
killed.
I imagine we probably would have like ripped them off at the beginning of battle for like cool effect or
Oh
something.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
Your-
nice.
Your hostilities
They're like, oh,
were
they're not the
revealed the second
hillbillies.
they saw you. At this point. Okay. With that, this is where we will pick up next time, as you begin your journey back to Phandalin and to escort Gundren there, and then using the map, find the location of Wave Echo Cave and do your best to race the Black Spider to the Forge of Spells.
break real fast before we head out. This is like she gets with them like about what are your horses' names again? I'm trying to remember.
Big Rig
Big
and
Rig and
Jesse.
Big Rig and Jesse. So before they get super close to like the town's edge and whatever, Grosha was like, well, wanted to make sure you all got back here okay, and I gotta go see if I think my grandson's home, and it seems like you've got bigger plans ahead of someone like myself, and considering you're on a time clock, she does the big shoulder with her shell and everything. She's like, I'm not exactly as fast as I used to be. So she's like, you take care, and maybe we'll cross paths again here one day. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Grosha.
Grosha, wait! I almost
Animatrix.
forgot. After all that you've done for us, who would I be if I didn't give you our contact information? The business cards. In case you ever need to call on us again. It was
She,
an absolute pleasure working with you. I hope, we can synergize again at some point.
She holds it in her big river turtle two claws and turns it back and forth. She's squinting at it. She's like, you got the paper to shine? How did you do that? Is it foil?
Oh
It's
yeah.
so thick. Wow.
Pale
She,
Nimbus.
Doesn't exactly know where to put it, so she just puts it in her belt. She's like, I'll figure something out. But you take care, all of you, especially him. Give him a good somewhat.
I don't know you or why you decided to help these people help me, but I think I owe you my life. Thank you.
It's the least I could do. And gives horses pats on both their backs for grandma blessings, and Stoker gives one last long moo and turns back around, cart jingling off into the sunset.
3 p.m.
Sunset of 3 p.m.
Well, y'all, it was 2:00 when you sat down to eat
Yeah.
and talk and
It's
relax for a
fine.
little while. So it's fall. The sun goes down earlier. And earlier.
Sun goes down.
It's the JoJo's slight ink wash and scene.
Oh, in the sky. But she's
Yeah,
not
it kind of
dead,
gets a little bit darker and everything.
Yeah,
Awesome. Hi, you did such an awesome job playing with us. I'm so glad that you're able to
Thank
do
you,
that.
hi!
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was very fun emulating my old Croatian grandma for this character, especially.
Aw,
It
that's
was a
cute.
blessing.
So cool.
Okay.
Oh,
Unless
but-
there's any other further things, we are quite a bit over time tonight. thank you everybody for sticking with us and watching. I think we do have
Thank you.
some donations to read just before we go.
Yeah, let's
really
read those real
fast.
quick.
Do it.
So let's get those read.
Yeah.
Log in here.
Oops.
I believe the 2 are the most recent ones. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. So we have a anonymous donation for $30. Whoever you are, thank you. That's awesome. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You.
And then in addition, Squid Snake donated $10 with the message that says "Scree trans rights."
Yeah.
That's a good.
Little guy.
Hell yeah.
Thank you,
Awesome.
buddy.
Thank you so much, both of you. And
Appreciate
to
that.
everybody else who's watched with us or is catching this on YouTube whenever in the future this may be. Thanks. Everybody. We'll catch you
Thank
next week.
y'all.
Catch you next week. Oh, and we might be doing a thing this weekend too, a bonus stream.
That's
So,
right.
yes.
Keep an eye on
We
those
might do
social
another
media.
little board game stream.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, something.
Or-
Keep an eye peeled on the socials medias.
That's right.
Later.
Awesome.